Today, it is the highest civilian award given by Congress. Parks refused to give up her seat on a bus to a white man back in 1955. That move led to the boycotts and helped spark the civil rights movement.
Certainly one of the millennial events, wouldn't you say?
Tremendous events. We have been getting a couple of guesses on your question.
Yes.
And so you want to repeat the question we'll ask?
The question is, a person who ran for president, won a gold medal, and wrote a worldwide best-selling book. Not
is president, but ran for president. We're going to open it up to emails as well, so you can email at us, see below, WNN@abcnews.com, because the boards we're getting a few responses.
That's very good the way you do it.
But,
okay.
All right.
I'll do weather.
We're all stumped, so please help us out.
Look for mountain snow in the northwest.
We'll have to torture Steve soon.
And lake effect snow in the northeast. Blue skies nearly everywhere else. Seasonal temperatures are all over the map. The only exception is in the northwest, where new highs could be set today following records in Washington and Oregon yesterday. Now, here's the National Temperature Index, plus international forecasts and a visit to Prague.
Spend it all. The have-nots, money, we make it before we see.
World News Now weather, brought to you by Nicorette.
Oh, make me wanna holler the way they do my life. Yeah. Make me wanna.
In the last 13 years, Nicorette helped over 1 million people help themselves stop smoking, and that was the reason that convinced me to use Nicorette. All these people knew it was safe and effective. Nicorette delivers a low level of nicotine fast to help control cravings without the tars and toxins found in cigarettes. And Nicorette was proven safe and effective in more clinical trials than any other product. Just the idea that Nicorette had helped all those people made me feel that Nicorette was the right choice for me in the end. Which it was.
Nicorette helps you fight your cravings, your habit, your way. You can do it. Nicorette can help.
People have fallen in love with the scent of Gain laundry detergent. A scent that's clean, bold, and invigorating. And now that fresh scent is in Bounce. Try new Bounce with Gain Fresh Scent and fall in love with our boldest Bounce ever.
This year, do your holiday shopping on America Online.
Makes holiday shopping simple, safe, and easy.
Shop without going to the mall. AOL is the best place to shop online with all your favorite stores like CD Now. With over 500,000 music-related items, you'll find the perfect holiday gift. And save up to 30% on all top sellers. Check it out at AOL keyword CD Now.
Shopping is so easy, I can actually enjoy the holidays.
America Online new version 5.0. So easy to use, no wonder it's #1. Sign up today.
Which bag seals tighter, Glad or this Ziploc slider bag?
My Ziploc slider is dripping. Wait a minute.
My Glad is double locked. The double lock green seal, only Glad has it.
Can I borrow a cup of water?
Don't get mad. Get Glad.
This time of year seems like you just can't win. The shopping, the traffic, the weather. It's like this endless game. Good thing there's the Chevy Make Your Money Count year-end event, because everyone wins.
You can get huge cash back or low APR financing or great smart lease offers on these great Chevrolets. The cars and trucks you can depend on.
So, don't roll the dice this holiday season. Get to the Chevy Make Your Money Count year-end event. It's your turn to win.
I'm a cop. I've got to be in good shape. And I've got to have a lot of energy. Working out is key. But what really helps me is Slim Fast. I've been having a shake for lunch almost every day for the past 9 years. It's quick, it's easy, it's satisfying. Slim Fast is healthy for you. It gives me what I need.
Vitamins, minerals, protein, carbs. It's great nutrition.
I have more endurance during my workout, more stamina. It's my energy drink. It makes me feel great. I love it.
Slim Fast every day. Balanced nutrition for a healthy life.
It works for me. It can work for you.
Remember the colds you got when you were a kid?
Oh, boy.
Mom? Remember how good it felt when your mom got out the Vapo Rub? How it calmed your cough, relieved your congestion? Well, you can still get the same fast, soothing relief, even ease your aching muscles. And that's a comfort at any age.
Nothing feels better.
Tonight, they walk amongst us, 3 men,
But at one time, they were all suspected of bloody hate crimes. Should they be free? Now, with new evidence uncovered, these men still don't look worried.
I'll call you, don't you call me.
Connie Chung confronts the faces of the Old South. A chilling 2020 tonight.
Tuesday, all new interviews. The intern who gave the president a lesson in domestic affairs.
Do you still like unavailable men?
A Latin lover who's living La Vida Loca.
Are you involved with anyone?
Plus, the most fascinating person of 1999 revealed.
Tell me more.
An all-new Barbara Walters special, ABC Tuesday at 10, 9 Central.
World News Now Sports. Brought to you by Vapor Rub.
Pete Sampras has been the dominant male tennis player of this decade, but recent injuries cost him the #1 ranking. Yesterday, he played Andre Agassi, the man who took it away. Sampras has not been playing much in recent months. Agassi's had a winning streak. But at the ATP Tour Championship in Hanover, Sampras was dominating. He showed no signs of recent injuries and no mercy as he kept Agassi off balance. Sampras won with the final ace 6-1, 7-5, 6-4 for a $1.38 million winner's check. Wow. Agassi, however, remains #1. The Oakland Raiders, playing at home, couldn't hold off Chris Dishman and the Chiefs. In the third quarter, Raiders quarterback Rich Gannon was picked off by Dishman, who ran it back 48 yards for a Kansas City touchdown. That gave the Chiefs a 20-13 lead. Later, it looked good for Gannon when he hit Derek Walker. But Walker got hit, and then it was Dishman for the defense. Again, scooping up the fumble and running it in for a touchdown. The game came down to a 44-yard field goal in the final seconds, and look at this. Pete Stoyanovich gives the Chiefs a 37-34 win. Now to hockey. The Sabres in Tampa against the Lightning, with the score tied at 1 late in the second. Buffalo rookie Maxim Afingen took off another slapshot goal. It was his 5th in 9 NHL games to go with 4 assists. That's one hot rookie. In the next period, the Lightning's Peter Svoboda on a power play slapped a tying goal from the blue line. That was all for regulation. Let's go to overtime. Buffalo's Michael Grosek tried to pass to Stu Barnes, but the puck hit defenseman Dan Clymer's skate and went in. Ouch! Buffalo wins 3-2. And that is sports for this half hour. Did I get that? Did I miss a name there?
Last week we did a story about 4 girls who are playing football. And Michelle wrote in, I admire their courage and applaud their efforts to help and end these stereotypes that prove that girls rule. And someone else wrote in, said that he coached and loved to watch the enthusiasm of the zeal of the young women. And one person said, no girls. Oh well. When we come back,
ABC's World News Now will continue after this from our ABC stations.
Buy Factory Direct. The jewelry source in Fort Lee has a complete factory in full view and guarantees their jewelry to be the lowest price. Compare Tiffany's 1-carat invisible bands for over $5,000 with the jewelry source's GBS quality for $1,600. 1-carat pendants are $249, 2-carat tennis bracelets $349, and 1-carat studs $399. We carry hundreds of rings, bracelets, earrings, and pendants. Our prices are so low that we guarantee all our jewelry to appraise for at least double. The Jewelry Source in Fort Lee.
I'm Celeste Ford, education reporter with Eyewitness News. On my beat, I cover just about every aspect of our schools. And one thing's for certain, when children have help from someone who cares, they learn more. Learning Leaders is exactly that. Help for New York City students from people like you who care. Volunteer to become a learning leader and watch our kids realize their dreams. Call 212-213-3370.
I'm Claudia Marshall. Here's the latest from ABC News Radio. Caring for the nation's elderly is taking its toll on the careers of a lot of Americans. A new report says those who provide care for elderly relatives often pass up promotions, training opportunities, and pay raises. Retailers and e-tailers reportedly did a booming business over the holiday weekend. Amazon.com says orders are up 150% over this time last year. It's an historic day in Northern Ireland where Protestant and Catholic parties will nominate ministers to a coalition government. Architects of the peace process are hopeful.
I think we're in the final stages of bringing the conflict to a close that has lasted for the last 30 years and indeed for centuries for that matter.
That's former Irish Prime Minister Albert Reynolds. Civil rights leader Rosa Parks has been honored with a Congressional Medal of Honor, the nation's highest civilian award. Claudia Marshall, ABC News. Occasionally on this broadcast, our harshest critics have called us juvenile, infantile, a bunch of babies, to which we usually respond, I know you are, but what am I? Near. Lately, though, we've decided to embrace our juvenile side, to nurture our inner baby. Fortunately, Dick DeBartolo is just back from the Juvenile Product Show in Dallas, and he's here to help us accessorize.
Absolutely.
And maybe think of holiday gifts for moms?
Some of these are great for holidays. Most will be available between now and Christmas. Juvenile Product Show, a lot of retailers went to buy stuff to sell us. These are the Too Hot spoons from a company called We Care. The spoon is colored. When you heat the baby's formula in the microwave and it's too hot.
Then you know, because the
Is that neat?
spoon changes color.
Changes color.
And so that's
and
great.
as it cools.
What temperature does it do that at?
At about 105 degrees.
Oh,
okay, so it's a temperature-sensitive ink. And they also make baby bottles the same way. We're going to immerse this in the hot water.
Oh.
And there, when totally
says.
blank, it says too hot. Okay, they're only about $8 for a set of two. We Spoons is about $4. There's another version on the market already which just has dots, but this is the latest version.
That's great.
We Care also makes the Stop Crying Kit. And Stop Crying Kit uses white noise. You know, white noise is basically just like an air conditioner running or a vacuum cleaner. But a lot of baby books say that white noise will stop baby crying. And this whole white noise kit with 3 different tapes is just about $27.
3 different versions of white noise?
Of white noise, yeah. This is called the Bubby Baby Bottle Holder. Bubby Baby Bottle Holder, okay?
Say that fast 3 times.
And you put the baby bottle in there, and it's so that the baby, when you get it set up right, you don't have to have the other hand on the bottle. And also, it comes with a little tether, you know, whatever. It's attached to the... She just said it correctly, okay? If the bottle drops, it doesn't fall all the way down.
Right. And you could juggle with your other hand and multitask.
I like the way you think.
Right.
And this guy just came on the market for about $10.
Not bad at all.
Baby Bottle Holder.
Bubby Baby Bottle
Okay?
Holder.
I'm going to slide some of this stuff down to make some more room. This is really neat for kids'
How much does something like this cost?
This guy is $10.
Oh, okay.
All right. And we have all the information on the website or my website, gizwizbiz.com. Transformations. This is great. The parents press this on a kid's wall. It's a 7 by 10 foot mural, and then the kids paint it so they can decorate their own room at about $30. And they make some transformations, mini kits too, for about $10.
It's a little better than Crayola on the walls.
I would hope.
That's very nice.
Okay, so that's a project.
And you iron it on.
Iron it on. It's paper. You glue it on. See the way you like it. Then the parent uses the iron, but the kid does play and tray. This is for the car. Take it out and...
Oh, perfect. It's a game board.
It's a game board on one side, alphabet on the other side, different colors, learn animals. That's from Kelgar, about $8. This is interesting. 2 women invented this. It's called Dr. Straw. It's also about $8, brand new. And see the little ball bearing? Well, that is so the baby can drink without the bottle having to be straight up like that.
Huh.
Okay, and the woman swears to me that...
How does it do that?
Because there's actually a hole in the bottom there. So it is a straw.
Oh, I see.
And the little ball keeps it from sucking clothes.
Is
that neat? So
Brilliant.
Dr. Straw is about $10.
Okay.
I love these guys. These are called Jelly Belly Bears. I'm making more room here. And you feel
there's something in there, yeah.
Well, what you do is he's Velcroed in the back, and he has a gel pack.
Oh, great.
So if your baby's not feeling well...
Or got a bumpy bruise.
Or got a bumpy bruise. You can either...
Or a tummy ache.
Tummy ache. You can either nuke it or put it in the freezer, put it back in the belly, and then you have a warm
This is good. My husband could use this. Children of all ages.
I'm taking mine home. Don't touch that one. about $25 for Jelly Belly there. Stroller holder. This is version 2. This goes on the stroller. Parents can put their beverages in there. Stroller holder 2 is now insulated.
That's good.
So that's the new version.
What's this?
This guy is so that the kid holds his bear, but also holds the pacifier.
Oh, I get it.
Okay? And you can change the pacifier. Actually, the whole bear is washable.
That's good. You hold me, I'll hold your pacifier.
Excellent.
That's
I like
good.
the way you think. This is excellent, called Baby Bee Air. People don't realize when they fly with their infant on their lap, if they hit turbulence, it's very hard to hold on to the child. So this goes around the child. I'll show this picture here. And then the loop on the bottom goes through your seatbelt.
This is good for people who are traveling during the holidays.
Absolutely.
So you can strap your child onto your, literally onto your lap.
Onto your, right, onto your seatbelt. That's about $40. And our final guy here is called Fetal Phone. A lot of people believe, I had someone here tell me that they talk to their baby in the womb all the time.
Wow.
So this goes there, you talk to the baby. If you call the baby collect, you are not a good...
Oh, come on, you could make one of these on your own with a measuring thing in it.
Well, if you want, but...
Tin can and a couple of straws?
Yeah, but can you get it in pink and blue? Hello down there. Hello. And next year, the baby fetal cell phone will probably
Fetal cell phone, that's right.
will probably be on the market. So there's some...
That's
I think I
brilliant.
got everything here.
That's pretty
from
good.
the Juvenile Product
Well,
Show.
thanks so much,
Okay,
Dick,
you're
for
welcome.
joining us. Appreciate it. Dick DeBartolo, the Gizmo guy.
That's me.
Appreciate it. You're watching World News Now. Stay with us. We'll be back.
Christmas just ain't Christmas without the one you love.
This year, put some soul in your Christmas.
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer.
Emily Rothschild, and later on in the show, we'll be joined by Dick DeBartolo. Michael is going to have a lot to say about this show today, Leah, so it's going to be very exciting. Stick around. We've got a lot of great more New York Now coming up.
They'll make you smile. They'll make you laugh. You can't help but love these wacky babies. The cutest, funniest, most hilarious home video you have ever seen. Your whole family will fall for these cute, cuddly clowns. Wacky Babies is filmed by world-famous filmmaker Marty Stauffer. You've seen Marty's Wild America series on TV. Use your credit card and call this toll-free number now to order Wacky Babies for only $19.99. Order now, and you'll also receive Queen of the Ice, absolutely free. This special television offer is not available in stores. Your satisfaction is guaranteed, or your money back. Call now.
For rush delivery, get your credit card ready and call 1-800-576-9922 or send your check or money order to the address on your screen. Call 1-800-576-9922 right now.
This is the story about a group of kids who volunteered.
Doing something nice for someone. We cleaned up the park. Did something for the planet.
And you know what? It was great. These are my new friends.
Are you into it?
Call 4-H or check out our website at areyouintoit.com.
Can't watch Metro Guide? Well, you can still find out what's the best in the tri-state area 24 hours a day at www.msgmetro.com.
I'm pleased to welcome our next guest, who has just published a book of photos from the heyday of the rock and roll theater, Fillmore East, where she was the unofficial house photographer. It's my pleasure to introduce Emily Rothschild. Welcome, Emily.
Hi, Ray. Nice to be here.
Thanks for being here. How did you get this very cool job of being the photographer at the Fillmore East?
Well, it wasn't a job in those days. I mean, the job didn't exist. I was a student in motion picture production at NYU School of the Arts graduate program, which was in the building physically next door to the theater that Bill Graham purchased and turned into the Fillmore East. And in fact, practically all of the staff and crew at the Fillmore East were NYU students in the theater program, the film program, both graduate and undergraduate. And it was the serendipity of physically being next door, and this thing, you know, started to happen, and everybody kind of wandered in and wondered what was what and got jobs. And in my own case, the equipment film technician in the film school was the first audio engineer there, and he was a buddy. I'm kind of a techie type, and I hung out with the guys, and I was into equipment, and I mean, well, I was studying photography and film production. And he gave me a pass one day, and he said, you know, this is really neat. You really should come by, and here's a pass. So that Friday afternoon, about 2 weeks after it opened, I went in late in the afternoon before the 8 o'clock show, maybe around 5 o'clock, and I walked down the aisle, And I looked up at the sound booth, and there was a poster on the wall in the sound booth. And it was a poster that I had designed for student film production.
Oh, yeah?
And it really, gave me shivers. I felt like something of mine had preceded me. My aura was there, and then I kind of belonged there. It just gave me this really wonderful feeling, and I began then going on a regular basis. Most of the NYU students who were friends with the staff got passes whenever we wanted them. And I started showing up and seeing groups, and I had my cameras with me frequently because I was using them at school, and I just began taking pictures. And because I was friends with everybody, and because that was the birth of rock and roll, there were no rules. Nobody cared who took pictures. Anybody could take pictures.
All the artists were totally cool about it?
They were just, they didn't even know it. They didn't think about it.
They were so wasted, they had no idea.
They didn't think about it.
Lights flashing, or
Right.
is that a flashback? I don't know.
Yeah. So I started taking pictures, and eventually got on staff.
Uh-huh. So you got to see, not only were you taking these photos, but you got to see some of the most brilliant musicians of the century.
I've seen such incredible music. It's, it can never be replaced those days.
Wow. Do you have, now the book is absolutely gorgeous. I mean, it's remarkable. Is there any photo in the book that stands out to you? A photo from the Fillmore East that stands out?
Oh, a number of them. But one I really like a lot is a particular picture I took of Janis Joplin. It was in February 11th, 1970. She was wearing her white, sparkly, sequiny outfit. And I took a whole series. I mean, I got lost in those performances. It's, for example, I barely remember even taking those pictures. I shot so many. There was also another thing that was really amazing. I had a film background, and one picture was never enough. I had to take more and more because it was a sense of motion and movement. But that's one of those pictures where that particular frame, I really feel I caught her in a happy, healthy, relaxed-looking moment. I call that picture "Smiling Janis."
Was there ever is there an artist who just really just gave you just such a charge just by their performance? It just really just pumped you up. So not necessarily were the photos were your favorites, but just while you were shooting them, you were just like it was really caught up.
A couple. Jimi Hendrix. He was amazing. I also shot 16mm film footage of him as well. I have a 16mm material of a number of acts. And the artist that really struck me very early on, some of my first pictures that I vividly remember, was Joni Mitchell. She did her first New York appearance there in April of 1969, and she was wearing this amazing red velvet dress. And I had never heard such a bell-like, clear, beautiful voice as she had. And
see, you know, I'm just sitting here and I feel so jealous. You know, I got screwed. You're watching Jimi Hendrix, Joni Mitchell. I got the Thompson twins, Flock of Seagulls, you know, Corey Hart. What's that all about? It's terrible.
Times have changed.
Yes, sure have.
But, you know, we have to be careful. There are an awful lot of people out there who are resentful of, of the nostalgia, quote unquote, for the music of our years. And it's true that, you know, we're shaped by the music of our youth.
Right.
I mean, the music that we get to know and really love when we're in our teens and 20s is the music that shapes us for our entire lives. And we were a fortunate generation. There was an extraordinary amount of creativity going on in the music business when we were growing up.
Yeah, my youth can be defined as Jimmy Crack Corn, and I don't care. I really got the short end of the stick. But your book, I mean, I myself and hopefully millions of other people can enjoy that era in your book. It really is wonderful. What was the inspiration? Did you always want to have a book, or were you sitting at home one day and you saw your photos and said, hey, I gotta get these in hardcover?
Well, there's not a short answer, but I'll make it as short as I can. I've been trying to make that book, this book, actually, since about 1971. Very early on, I realized that there was something special there. But my films always came first. I've been an independent filmmaker, and I was always struggling raising grant money and one thing and another. And it's been on a back burner for about 30 years now. And I can thank Stacy Kreutzmann Quinn of Acid Test Productions for recognizing the value of the pictures and getting the book published. She packaged it, and Thunder's Mouth Press here in New York published it. And Stacy's really part of the family. She's Bill Kreutzmann's daughter. He was one of the two drummers of the Grateful Dead.
Okay.
So it was really almost an in-house thing, as it turned out. And she was just great, and I can't thank her enough for making this happen, because I really, from the time within the last 8 years, I really started actively trying to get the book published. And believe it or not, it was very difficult to find a publisher. I was mystified.
That's unreal.
I was naive. I thought it would be easier to get a book published than to make an independent film, and I was wrong.
If I was in the book publishing business, this would be the first thing we put out. It's a wonderful book. It has there's a foreword by Mickey Hart for everybody who wants to have a little reading to go along with the great pictures. Thank you very much for being here.
Oh, thank you.
The book is gorgeous.
Oh,
Live at the Fillmore East, a photographic memoir. Pick this up in time for the holidays and add it to your collection. Thank you very much, Emily. It's time for another short break, but stick around. When we return, Molly and I will talk to the Giz Wiz, Dick DeBartolo, and check out the latest gadgets, doodads, and widgets. Let's just say we'll have really neat stuff right here in the studio. But first, take a look at your local picks.
Hot-wired and hungry, and he was only a boy at the time. I saw him playing, tight t-shirt straining. He played on my mind.
Could you please show me how to get the film out of this camera?
Sure. Did you ever try buying a camera in one of those big consumer electronic chain stores?
There's no manager here today. Yes, this is store number 387. I can't get the film out of this camera.
At Willoughby's Konica, we're the camera experts. Since 1898, we've served New Yorkers with all the best brands at the lowest prices. Willoughby's also has an expert repair staff, and we gladly accept trade-ins. And of course, for better pictures, we recommend Konica Film. Willoughby's.
Got it!
Getting legendary capability doesn't mean spending everything you have. In fact, lease a Jeep Cherokee Sport for $269 a month with 0 down and only $764 due at signing, and you may even have a little change left over. Now get all this at no extra charge. Check out this $269 lease at your Jeep dealer today.
Metro Guide's got 3 new ways to explore New York. First at 7, it's New York Now.
Let's get moving, baby.
Daily reports, inside stories, and the biggest names in town. Next at 8, Weekend Countdown. We'll show you how to get the most out of your weekend. Then at 8:30, it's Buzz.
I'll have an extra helping of glamour, please.
The pulse on what's to come. 3 great new ways to discover New York. Weekdays starting at 7, only on Metro Guide.
Great lineup. Now it's time to take a look at toys for adults with Dick DeBartolo, the Giz Wiz.
For fans of Mad Magazine, you'll no doubt recognize Dick's name as he served as the senior writer for 31 years. For that, we'd like to salute him with a hearty, yeah.
Enough hero worship, Ray. Let's get to the cool gizmos. Welcome, Dick.
Welcome, Dick. Good to be here. Yeah.
Great to have you on the show.
A lot of fun stuff out this year for Christmas. This is really neat. If you want to get and send email, but you're afraid of computers, mom and pop want to keep in touch with the kids, all this guy does is send and get email. It's from VTech. And I typed the web address in the phone here, because right now it's only available over the internet or by phone. But all it does is get and send email.
Yeah.
And when you turn it on, it searches out the local phone number, sets itself up.
This is my parents need this. My mom is okay, but my dad is like, I can't deal with that online thing. He goes crazy.
And it's under $100.
Wow.
And it's about $8 a month for service, so it's really great. This is amazing. This is from Samsung. This is a pen that records for 1 hour. Okay? All the little controls are in here. Let me just see if I can.
So it looks like a Mont Blanc kind of thing.
Yes, it does, but it actually is a recorder. And let me
so if you're at a business meeting and you're worried somebody might have tried to pull something over on you, or just for fun,
like those contract meetings with Metro, you know, like I have it on tape here that it's $10,000 for this appearance.
Yes, it does, but it actually is a recorder. That's so cool.
Isn't that amazing?
That's great.
It's called Samsung Voice Pen.
A question, does
Yes.
does it write well?
No. What do you need to write? It's a card.
Very cool.
You know what this guy's is? Are you guys on the cutting edge of technology?
Sure.
Okay, an MP3 player, that's where you download music from the internet.
Right.
And since you're recording onto a solid state card, you can run and jog and jump and it won't bounce around. And the sound quality is excellent. This is brand new. This is the RCA Lyra. And it's about $200, comes with headphones, comes with the docking
Does
station.
it come with directions about how to download from the internet?
Yes, it does.
Because I can't find any of this music everybody's talking about. I'm online every day and I can't find it.
Okay. Well, you call us and we'll record it for you, okay? This is a new Kodak digital camera. Digital cameras are really great. This guy happens to get very good reviews. It's a 2 million megapixel camera. You know, the more pixels, the better the quality, okay? And let me see if we can turn on our little computer here. There's a little doggy pic. Where's the magic man that said he'll run in and take stuff from me? There's a digital picture. But I want to show you something neat about this computer. This is new from Compaq. You guys travel a lot? Yeah, okay. All right. Well, you know, everybody wants a mini computer. Well, with this guy, you push the button on the side.
It becomes a mad folding.
You leave your floppy drive and your CD-ROM drive home. By the way, this is no, this is what's called a click drive from iOmega. This is 40 megabytes of memory. It just slips in the side of any laptop.
Can I feel?
But is that amazing?
It is so small.
It is about.
This is great.
It's about 3 pounds. It's called the Compaq 305. It's your high-end gift. It's about $2,200.
So this is all. Oh my! Look at that.
It goes on automatically.
The doggy's still there.
The
magic of technology.
The magic of technology.
This is great.
Okay.
Very cool.
And now we're going to have our boy Dave carefully carry all the electronics off. We will bill him for anything he drops. And you can bring more stuff.
Ray's putting the pen.
They told
pen
me.
in the pocket.
The
Watch
last thing they said when I went on, they said, keep a list.
Yeah. What do you want next?
Come on, bring the, bring that.
It all. Bring it all.
Bring it all. Bring it all.
This is great stuff.
Okay, what's in this bag? What's in this bag?
Santa Claus.
This is a great idea for a Christmas gift.
Okay.
It is a double-sized bed. It's the Aero bed, and you know, with this table, it's a little hard to unpack everything.
The head of Alfredo Garcia.
You just plug it in the wall. In 1 minute, it becomes a bed. They start at twin size up to king size. And what I love about it is it has a little button, so while you're laying on it, you can adjust it for the comfort you want.
I wish I had this when I was talking to Annabelle Barrett.
Right. You know why this is a great Christmas?
That is a horrible thing to say. Annabelle would have just run out of here if
They
you'd had
told me
that.
they might be rough on me. This is great. You give it Christmas Day, and then you blow it up, and someone has to sleep on it Christmas night when all the company comes over.
Ray was telling us his apartment is so messy that he can't sleep on his bed. See, Ray, if you had
I
that.
can't sleep on my bed. I sleep on the couch.
Blow this up, put it out in the hall, and you'll sleep. Okay.
Best friend.
This is really neat, and I'll tell you what. One's
These are
pointing to you and one's
stocking
pointing to me. Stocking stuffers. You know why they're pointing to us?
Why?
They're stud finders. Okay.
Look, it's not going to stage manager Dave. What's that?
Oh, he's repelling it. This is great. These are great. It's called the eye sensor. It's the world's most affordable stud find. All you do is you push the little button on the side. A little light lights up. Run it across the wall. When the light stays on steady, that's where the beam is.
Okay.
And that's where you want to drive the nail to hang photos and stuff.
Dick, we only have a second left.
Okay.
So, Dave, bring that out because we want you to
bring
get
out
to
the
see
thing,
this
right,
wonderful
right.
thing from Mad.
Oh, okay. Totally cool. Totally Mad is every issue of Mad magazine on 7 CD-ROMs.
Wow.
And
isn't technology amazing? When in the magazine, they used to have little plastic records inside the magazine. Now it's CD-ROMs.
It's CD-ROMs. And the final thing was, if you want just stocking stuffers for Grandma, spices are big this year. I like this because the pepper mill is built right into the top.
What a great idea.
Is that a great idea?
That's a great
Those
idea.
are from Spice Islands. And, of course, you should get them cinnamon and nutmeg, the things for eggnog. Okay? Little stocking stuffers.
Dick, thank you
Dick.
so
You're
much.
welcome. I had a great time. I'm counting everything.
Fantastic. Yeah, keep track of everything.
Well,
we really appreciate
Yeah,
it.
the Mad toilet paper in here gives you a real reason to say yeah.
Thank you, Dick.
Okay. Thanks, Dick. That's a wrap. Another edition of New York Now is in the can, so to speak.
Whoa, wait a
And we
minute,
couldn't
wait a
have
minute.
done it without our guests, Dick DeBartolo, Emily Rothschild, and Leah Delaria, as well as our resident experts, Ed Levine and Annabelle Barrett.
Our apologies to Carol Channing, Stocker Channing, and stock car champion Dale Jarrett, who were bumped today. We'll have them on again very soon.
Only reason I came.
Join us again on Monday night when we'll be joined by rock critic and author Anthony DeCurtis, comedian Jim David, His Honor Ed Koch, our fashion expert Robert Verity, and Jerry and Joe with your home video review. Have a great weekend, everybody.
Good night.
Yeah.
I'd like to start getting home delivery of the New York Times.
Get a head start on your day by getting the New York Times delivered to your home each morning. And if you call now, you'll save 50% off the regular home delivery price. Then wake up to the things you care about most. What do you think about first thing in the morning?
First thing in the morning, our financial security. The Times gives me business insights I can trust.
First thing, I think about my family in America and in my homeland.
Call now for 7-day home delivery and start each day with the stories behind the people and events affecting your life.
I just love the arts, and nothing satisfies my passion like the New York Times.
Plus, you'll enjoy weekly sections from technology and science to dining and the celebrated Sunday Times, all for just $3.60 a week for 8 weeks. Order now, 1-800-248-1004.
Hi, I'd like to start getting home delivery of the New York Times. First thing, my New York Times. Another day to learn something new.
The New York Times. Call for home delivery today.
Coming up next, Metro Guide's Weekend Countdown Show tells you about events, day trips, and getaways. Stay tuned and let us help you plan your weekend.
New York, the setting for so many unforgettable films, is now the subject of its own documentary series, New York Stories.
Sometimes the doorman is the only guy that they talk to. It's cheaper than a psychiatrist.
New York Stories, an intimate look at New York through the eyes of its most innovative filmmakers.
dead.
Is cocaine crack or is crack cocaine?
You were going to talk to her?
You were going to talk to her.
I think it's time that we had a little talk. We'll talk about it later.
No, it's time. It's important.
If you had any questions you wanted to ask me, honey, you would ask your father, wouldn't you? Right.
I'm just going to tell my kid that if he ever tries it, I'll kill him. All right?
That's sensitive, El.
If you need help talking to your kids about drugs, call for this free book.
Elmo is landing on video. Now you can own the fun, most excellent adventure. The Adventures of Elmo in Grouchland. Buy it now on video and DVD.
How did my driving test go?
When you've got things to talk about, dial 10-10-321. You'll save 50% on calls over 10 minutes. Now that's just 8 cents a minute, day or night. And no monthly fees.
That's a long story.
Talk as long as you want with 10-10-321.
Rolling, rolling, rolling. Keep those prices rolling. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Roll back. Roll them back, move them out, move them out. Roll them back, roll them back, move them out. Roll back.
We're rolling back prices all over the store. Just look for Smiley to save even more. Walmart.
Move them out, roll back.
Always low prices.
Yeah.
Always.
Furs. It's the largest collection ever of fine furs. A group of leading manufacturers must sell thousands of quality designer furs regardless of cost. Mink coats, $1,499. Lynx, sable, fox, petite, full sizes, men's furs too. Designer beaver coats, only $699. It's a $20 million fur clearance. Manhattan, Park Central Hotel, Secaucus, Holiday Inn off Route 3, Long Island, Nassau Coliseum, Westchester, Yonkers Raceway. Ends Friday.
If you're a safe driver, the AIG Auto Insurance Program could save you hundreds of dollars. Call 1-888-AIG-AUTO. If you're a safe driver, the AIG Auto Insurance Program could save you hundreds of dollars. Call 1-888-AIG-AUTO.
And now, back to Home for the Holidays.
Dead, and she killed Joe. I ran to the house. I was looking for you, and she chased me. And I found Father. I managed to get out of the house. I just ran.
I know, Chris. I knew you'd come to me. You all always came to me.
Alex, she would have killed me if I hadn't gotten away.
She wouldn't have killed you, Chris. She didn't kill Joe. She didn't kill Freddie. She didn't kill Father.
Alex. Why?
I want to be free for you all.
Alex, you could have left any time.
No, not really. Not emotionally. Your helpless little faces would have followed me wherever I went.
Sooner or later, I'd have come running back because somebody needed me. Even Father, after all these years. Even Father.
Alex. Alex, please. Please, Alex.
Now, none of you will ever need me again.
Please, Alex.
Alex, what happened?
And they're all dead. Joe and Freddie and Father, they're all dead.
What?
Mrs. Hall killed all of them. I was going to help. I thought Chris would be safe. We thought we'd locked her out of the house. We'd locked every door. Then when I was driving away, I looked back and I saw Chris running out of the house, running for her life. Oh, she was wearing that little blue parka I gave her for her birthday. She must have been frightened out of her mind. I called to her. She couldn't hear me. She just kept running into those godforsaken woods.
Let me take you back to town. We'll take your car.
No, I've got to find Chris. She's all I have left. She's in there somewhere. She may be hurt.
Do you think you can get back to town alone?
Oh, you mean you'll look for her?
I think I have a better chance on foot than you have.
Yes, I suppose so.
Take the main road. They've got part of it cleared now. Tell Sheriff Nolan to get some troopers in there to back me up.
It'll be morning before...
I'll be okay. You just come back here with the sheriff. Tell him everything. Show him the letter.
The letter?
Chris told me your father wrote to you and what he said.
How could Chris?
I stopped by Christmas morning.
Oh, yes, I forgot. I saw your car. I was busy taking care of Freddie.
You can find the main highway, can't you? You won't get lost again. Hurry, Alex.
My father's in the study. And Joe's body's over there behind the barn.
And your sister's body?
upstairs in the bedroom. Thank you. I'll show you.
Alex? I found Chris. I put her in there.
Sheriff, I have to call the coroner. Well, before you do, I have a few questions.
Oh, Chris. Oh, my poor baby. Take care of her.
I will. Chris?
hope you've enjoyed Channel 7's Late Movie. Join us tomorrow after Late Night Oprah when we'll present Invisible Strangler, starring Robert Foxworth and Elkie Summer.
Final boarding call. All passengers, gate 10. Don't be late. Call 540-WAKE for a reliable wake-up call. Just $2. When you can't be late, you've got to call WAKE. That's 540-WAKE. Call now.
Now that everybody knows about new Sean, we're booking to retire again. He's here.
Happy retirement, George!
I can't retire now. I have to tell folks they've improved Charmin Double Roll. I'm seeing double.
Because it's twice as long as the Charmin Single Roll.
Double.
And stronger and more absorbent.
Ooh. He's not retiring.
New Charmin Double Roll and Triple Roll, too.
Ooh.
I was just expecting to pay off some credit card bills. All of a sudden, I'm being asked what my goals and dreams are.
If you're a homeowner and you call 1-800-CHAMPION for a pay down your debt program, we're going to show you some possibilities.
I was given this plan that shows me which bills to pay off with the most savings, how I can use the extra savings to buy a new car, renovate my kitchen, pay off my home sooner.
We call it our possibilities profile.
It's impressive.
Shouldn't you know all your possibilities? When your bank says no, Champion says yes.
In other news, George Taylor was expected to be promoted today at cryogenics. Mr. Taylor failed to show. Company officials are concerned. He should have called 540-WAKE at just $2 for a reliable wake-up call. When you can't be late, you gotta call WAKE. 540-WAKE.
Do you suffer from dry, itchy skin? Now there's Respite Anti-Itch Lotion. Winter is peak dry skin season, and dry skin can cause an itch that just won't stop. We call that winter itch. Respite Lotion is specifically formulated to stop winter itch. Respite contains special emollients to moisturize dry skin and 2 medications to provide prompt itch relief. Stop needless suffering this winter. Get Respite, the winter itch relief medicine.
Get Respite, available at CVS, Eckerd, and Genevieve's Drugs.
I'm Neil Patrick, President, with aquarium power filters from Hagen.
Hagen's complete line of aquarium filtration will purify the water in your aquarium to provide a longer and healthier life for your fish. Hagen has the ultimate filter that's right for your aquarium and budget.
Come to Petland Discounts for the Hagen line of fine aquarium filtration.
It's a little something I've done every night since I was a kid. Empty my pocket change into this old jar. It's never much, just what's left after I break $1. And I never thought I could get quality life insurance with my spare change.
Neither did I, until I saw a commercial for Conseco Direct Life. Imagine people our age getting life insurance at such an affordable rate.
If you're between 50 and 85, call now for free information on guaranteed acceptance life insurance. That's easy on your budget and just as easy to get. Now, there's no medical exam to take and no health questions will be asked. You know, for about 25 cents a day, you can have the protection to help cover your final expenses, and you cannot be turned down for any reason. This coverage cannot be canceled as long as you pay your premiums. Your premium will never increase and your benefit will never decrease due to age. Plus, your coverage bills cash value. That's money you can borrow against. You know, the average cost of a funeral today is over $5,000, and that can be a big burden for anyone to place on their loved ones. I'm doing this commercial because I believe in Conseco Direct Life. They make it easy and affordable to get the coverage you need. Call now for free information and a free gift.
All I did was make a phone call to Conseco Direct Life. They answered all my questions.
It couldn't have been any easier. And we've both got the coverage we should have had for years now.
Mm-hmm. With change to spare.
Conseco Direct Life is proud of its 35-year history of providing quality life insurance. Call toll-free 1-800-231-1758 to receive free information in the mail about this valuable life insurance. Rates are only $6.95 a unit per month and never go up. Dial 1-800-231-1758. The call is free, and so is this handy guide to Social Security. Operators are available 24 hours a day. Call now, 1-800-231-1758. There's no risk or obligation. That's 1-800-231-1758.
Freeloading relatives who take and take and take. Next up.
Next on Channel 7. Join us for the latest national and international news on World News Now.
which is already in progress.
After a police search turned up a handgun in the car in which the two allegedly fled the club. Combs says it's not his gun.
I do not own a gun. I do not carry a gun. The charges and allegations against me are 100% false, and I feel confident that in the next couple of days that I'll be vindicated and everything will be all right.
A Combs protege who sings under the name Shine was charged with attempted murder in the shooting. And that, of course, is the front page of the New York Post this morning.
Monster headlines.
Puff Daddy, exclamation point.
Yeah. What we didn't point out, I think, also is that the van that they were in, which was a Navigator, we discussed this yesterday, they was on a chase by police.
Right, apparently went through three red lights.
Yeah.
Chased by police.
Yeah.
Very strange story. Take a look at the weather, shall we?
Let's check out the weather with light
I'm
snow
glad you're
in the
not hanging
northeast.
out in any nightclubs these days.
Well, I had to be here, that's why.
Okay.
Yeah, because normally, well, and showers in parts of southern Florida, fog blankets parts of the northwest, well above normal temperatures across the plains, continued below normal readings in the eastern half of the country. Here's more on the national outlook, local forecasts, and some bovine beauty in South Dakota.
I couldn't live with no one else, and I can only play that part and sit and nurse my broken heart. So lonely, so lonely, so lonely, so lonely.
World News Now weather, brought to you by Best Quote Insurance.
Hello? Bill, Jimmy Miller died. He left his wife and kids with a big mortgage, no savings, and no life insurance. Bill, do we have enough coverage?
Chances are you can more than double your current term life insurance without paying 1 penny more in premiums. Just call Best Quote. We'll rush you a free, no-obligation rate comparison containing quotes from 5 of the nation's top-rated insurers. Right now, a 35-year-old non-smoking male can get $250,000 of term life for about $11.90 a month, guaranteed 10 years. If that's less than you're currently paying, simply call Best Quote at this number. Your free rate comparison will be prepared and rushed to you at once.
Honey, it's Bill. I just heard from Best Quote. We can double my coverage and get coverage for you as well.
Call Best Quote today at 1-800-942-9977. There's no obligations and no hassles. Simply the best insurance at the best rates from Best Quote. Call 1-800-942-9977. No salesperson will ever call you.
I'll be right back with your new low Geico rate. Great. I can save you over $250.
Every week, 10,000 drivers switch their car insurance to Geico. We take all the necessary precautions. Geico Direct. A 15-minute call could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Busy day. What?
Sans soleil, la fleur périt, et puis s'évanouit. Oh, quel...
Introducing Slim Fast Cappuccino Delight. One taste, and you'll fall in love. Made with rich imported coffee, fat-free milk, cool, smooth. There's never been a more irresistible way to lose weight and feel great. New Slim Fast Cappuccino Delight. Taste it and fall in love.
World News Now Sports, brought to you by Slim Fast Foods.
Sports now, the Jets are not going to the playoffs, turns out. Last night in Miami, they bruised the Dolphins, hoping they bruised their hopes of getting there, rather. In the fourth quarter, Miami's J.J. Johnson went over the top from the one to regain the lead, but the Jets came right back again with Ray Lucas going to Wayne Corbett for 50 yards and a touchdown, Jets. That gave the Jets a 31-28 lead, and they never trailed again. Lucas went 11 for 23 on the night for 190 yards, including that 56-yard beautiful touchdown pass to Dedrick Ward to wrap up the win, 38-31. He talked afterward about what motivated the Jets.
Well, everybody keeps using this word spoiler, and what I said before we came out here today is I said we're going on the field winners, and we're going to come off the field winners. And if that spoils somebody else's plans, then it's not our fault. So
a great way to end the century, and you had to give your offensive lineman, Dom Perignon, you might owe him a case.
I wish I could afford more. I would have bought him Rolexes, but I ain't got vintage money.
Thanks, Ray.
With Miami's loss, Buffalo clinched a playoff spot as well. The Florida State football team heads for New Orleans later today. They play in the Sugar Bowl January 4th. It is considered the national championship game. The Seminoles have been to big games before, but their opponent, Virginia Tech, has not. They call themselves the new kids on the block. Coach Frank Beamer led the Hokies off the plane in New Orleans yesterday. They are undefeated, as is Florida State. The game is a big moment for a Portsmouth, Virginia woman, as reported by Joe Flanagan of WVEC-TV.
Wouldn't you be excited if this was your son on the football field? And to think Chiron Stiff's mother didn't even want him to play football for years.
I just got excited. I guess after Christmas was over with, now I'm excited. I'm trying to, see what I'm going to wear and all that. Everybody's telling me to wear burgundy and orange, so I got to get burgundy and orange.
Wanda McCoy may be the hardest working Hokie mom. The single parent has worked as a custodian for years at the Tynes Treatment Center in Portsmouth, and even moonlights 3 days a week. And she's supported her son from day one.
Yeah, I'm just glad that, he's staying focused, he's staying on track, and, he did everything he's supposed to do. He was a good son. I have no complaints, and I'm glad he stayed on the right track.
Chiron's sister Andrea attends Western Branch High School, but will miss the big game.
I'll be watching the game, tasting it, looking at it, root for my brother and the whole team with that, and I hope they win.
In the middle of all this Hokie holiday cheer, we had to ask Wanda for her prediction.
I hope it be like maybe 27 to 14, something like that. We can be in control.
It is a classic blue-collar story. Hard-working single mother holding down 2 jobs to support her children. Now she only hopes the same work ethic applies to her son as his Virginia Tech Hokies go for a national championship title at the Sugar Bowl in New Orleans. Joe Flanagan, 13 News, Portsmouth.
We got that's sports, but we got an email from Goovy, and he says, "Be good to Juju. You pick on her too much, Anderson."
Oh, is that true?
Yes.
Pick on you too much?
Yes. See all these bruises? If you cut me, do I not bleed?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's my New Year's resolution. I will not pick on Juju.
Excellent.
ABC's World News Now will continue after this from our ABC stations.
I was just expecting to pay off some credit card bills. All of a sudden, I'm being asked what my goals and dreams are.
If you're a homeowner and you call 1-800-CHAMPION for our Pay Down Your Debt program, we're going to show you some possibilities.
I was given this plan that shows me which bills to pay off for the most savings, how I can use the extra savings to buy a new car, renovate my kitchen, pay off my home sooner.
We call it our Possibilities Profile.
It's impressive.
Shouldn't you know all your possibilities? When your bank says no, Champion says yes.
Do you suffer from dry, itchy skin? Now there's Respite Anti-Itch Lotion. Winter is peak dry skin season, and dry skin can cause an itch that just won't stop. We call that winter itch. Respite Lotion is specifically formulated to stop winter itch. Respite contains special emollients to moisturize dry skin and 2 medications to provide prompt itch relief. Stop needless suffering this winter. Get Respite, the winter itch relief medicine.
Get Respite, available at CVS, Rite Aid, and Walgreens.
This Friday, starting at 4:50 a.m. Eastern Time for 24 continuous hours, ABC brings you the single most ambitious live television event in history. Watching every midnight as they arrive, the world's greatest performers.
Come celebrate with the world.
This Friday, ABC 2000.
I'm Claudia Marshall. Here's the latest from ABC News Radio. Seattle's mayor says the possibility of terrorism may be remote, but Mayor Paul Schell is canceling the city's New Year's Eve celebration. They will still have fireworks at the Space Needle, but the Seattle Center will be cleared out and locked up at 6 p.m. An ABC News poll finds the percentage of people somewhat concerned about Y2K has jumped from 18 to 31% in just 1 week. But the number of people very concerned about terrorism remains unchanged, still under 10%. But gun sales are up over this time last year.
People are concerned that if the power goes out and riots break out and people start burglarizing their stores, they're going to protect their property.
That's Hayward Long, who sells guns at the Blue Ridge Arsenal. It is day 5 of the Indian Airlines hostage drama. Indian negotiators on the ground in Afghanistan say it may be a while before they can negotiate an end. Claudia Marshall, ABC News.
Well, with December 31st near, it's natural to wonder what marvels await us, what strides humanity will make. But remember, the developments that will perhaps change our lives most meaningfully will be in the gizmos. Our very own gizmo guy, Dick DeBartolo, has seen tomorrow, and yes, Disney owns it.
That is correct. I was the guest of Disney, Epcot, Innovations, a brand new exhibit called World of Tomorrow, and we're going to go there right now and have a look. This is the road to tomorrow. And where does the road to tomorrow lead? It leads to the technology of the future. And the GizWiz is going to lead you on that road. Let's see, the road, the other way. The kitchen of tomorrow with the refrigerator of tomorrow. Mary, what makes this refrigerator so different?
The online refrigerator is connected to the internet. So from your kitchen, you can check your email, you can pay your bills, and this refrigerator has a barcode scanner like at the supermarket. So you just run the last item past the scanner, it's added to your order, which will be delivered the next day.
That is amazing. More amazing would be if the refrigerator actually paid your bills with its own money. But that's way down the line. Sewing machine sew, but Peg's going to tell us why this one does a lot more.
This is the state-of-the-art digital sewing machine by Bernina. The best part is you can take a picture that's drawn by anyone, scan it into your PC. Then using the sewing machine software, you can edit it. The final design is then transferred to the computer in the sewing machine. And when it's finished, you have an incredible keepsake.
It's amazing. While she was talking, I made my own pillow. This is from MIT Media Labs, the musical jacket. Walking down the street playing music? Well, there are a lot of other advantages. Maybe one day this will dial your cell phone. Push number 8, maybe you can open your garage door. The possibilities are endless. Ladies and gentlemen, the GizWiz. Hey, I love this guy. This is from Jacuzzi. You know what we have here? A TV set, get on the web, a DVD player, watch your own movies, stereo speakers, even has a roof on it so the music sort of stays in here. I love it in here. I'll see you guys in about 2 hours. There's even the toilet of tomorrow. David, tell us about this.
Well, Dick, this is technology that boldly goes where you go when you have to go.
Okay, and the differences are?
The difference is it has seat warmers.
Ooh, I like that.
Automatic lid openers.
Ooh.
Air deodorizers. And even water sprays and blow dryers. Well, think how much money you're going to save on toilet paper.
I don't think we want to go there, but it's fascinating, isn't it? A great breakthrough in mobility for the future, and Jeff's going to explain it to us.
This is the Independence 3000. It offers the user a lot more mobility opportunities. Imagine going up and down stairs, going through gravel, sand.
The person sitting on here is going up and down stairs?
Definitely, with
That's
absolutely no help
great.
at all. One of the most intriguing functions is actually the balance function. I'll show you that right now.
It's leaning back by
Leaning
itself, right? And all the time we assume the person, wow, again, the person is on this.
Right.
And no assistance.
Exactly.
No one else in the room.
No assistance at all. And you can see, it's still...
That is amazing. Any idea what it might cost?
I have no idea what the cost is right now. It's still an investigational medical device, so it still hasn't been approved yet by the FDA.
Why, in the next couple of years, people might be able to purchase it.
Exactly.
Bill, tell us how the newspaper of tomorrow might be totally different from what we have today.
Well, it's probably an electronic newspaper, a lot like this, where each one of the sheets in it is really a thin, color electronic display, totally programmable for you. Your own personalized content, very flexible, very much like
Each one of these is a screen.
Each one's a screen. Each one's personalized for you. You flip through it like you flip through a regular newspaper. You got the ability to save, send stuff to your friends if you want to, cut out simple things. When you get all done with it, you simply reload it for the next day.
There goes my job as a newspaper delivery boy. Hey, I'm here at the Sega booth, and Charles, is this a movie?
What you're seeing here is the first time ever is Sega Dreamcast bring a movie or a book to life. This is Shenmue, a video game.
Boy, is this available now? Because it's amazing quality.
This will be available in Japan this fall, but with sneak preview here in the US, but it won't be available until the fall of 2000.
And is there one particular plot that you follow?
The first time ever, there's no plot. You actually have to take part in a real-life community. Over 500 people there. You have to interact and work out all the puzzles and solve all the problems.
Wow, 500 people. I need to get 499 new people to play this game. Well, fortunately, the road to the future is never ending, but for now, I've had it. I got to hitchhike home. Going my way, New York. Anybody going to New York? New Yorker bus. New York. I've been transported back to New York. It's amazing.
Well, I'm glad you made it back.
Hey, only 5 sheets in the whole world. This is from Xerox. It's electronic reusable paper. There are little magnetic beads suspended in oil. One day you'll take a wand, run it over a regular page, run it down here. You'll have a copy. You can even get wallpaper someday made of this. You don't like the pattern? Take the magnetic wand, change the pattern.
Amazing.
That's amazing stuff. Motorola, by the way, the exhibit down there at Epcot will be up all through the year 2000. New Motorola tri-band cell phone lets you use your cell phone in 5 different continents.
Wow.
And the StarTech, the new Time Port, lets you do web browsing, get your email right on your cell phone.
That's incredible.
So some really neat stuff. And I'm going to be with you in the new millennium.
Yeah?
Okay?
Great.
I'm going to go to CES and bring back new stuff for next year.
I look forward to it.
Okay.
All right, Dick DeBartolo, thanks very much for joining us. And you at home or at work or wherever you may be, you're watching World News Now. Stay with us.
Here she comes. Oh, can you get the stains off those colors? Relax, I'm Clorox 2.
What Clorox bleach does on whites, Clorox 2 does on colors.
Ta-da!
Clorox 2, the Clorox bleach for colors.
Sunday on CNN's Late Edition, former Treasury Secretary Robert Rubin.
I'm not afraid to take an extra base.
Bonds is going back.
Meet a wall head on. Beat that wall up, or even go against a 100-mile-an-hour fastball. So why should I be afraid to fill out my census form? A few questions are all most people get asked, like whether I own a home or rent, how old I am, and my race. Oh yeah, and another thing, your answers are confidential. So don't be afraid to fill out your census. In baseball, everyone knows your stats. On the census, no one does.
I'm Diana Williams. If you ever thought you wanted to be a hero but couldn't, think again. By joining the walk that saves babies' lives, you can be a hero to tens of thousands of infants born here in New York City with low birth weight. Make a difference. Join the March of Dimes Walk America, Sunday, April 30th, right here at Lincoln Center. Every step you take can help to save a baby's life. To register, just call 1-800-BIG-WALK.
Find out how to adopt. Next, very special Rosie.
You're watching ABC 7 New York.
President Clinton embarks on a delicate foreign policy mission in India.
From ABC News World Headquarters in New York, this is World News Now.
And the president's visit begins just hours after an ethnic massacre in the disputed Kashmir region. A good Tuesday morning to you. I'm Anderson Cooper.
Hi there, I'm Dan Harris, in for Allison Stewart. Also in this half hour, a gizmo demo and George Watson on the limits of superpower power. We begin, though, with the president in India.
Today, President Clinton is meeting with the leaders of India, a country which is neither a clear-cut friend nor foe of the United States. Mr. Clinton's visit has 2 aims: to foster a new U.S.-Indian relationship and to try to slow the nuclear arms race in that part of the world. ABC's Josh Gerstein is traveling with the president.
Good morning, Anderson. U.S. presidents are now a regular sight in Moscow and even in Beijing, but it's still fairly uncommon for a U.S. president to be seen here in New Delhi. It's been about 22 years. It was President Carter who last visited here. President Clinton was welcomed this morning at a ceremony at the presidential palace. The President of India was there along with the Prime Minister And Mr. Clinton was accompanied by his daughter, Chelsea, who went through the ritual of being welcomed by a military honor guard and band. They then went on from there to the Gandhi Memorial. The president, you may see, walked through the Gandhi Memorial wearing stocking feet, which is a customary thing to do. He laid a wreath in the formal ceremony there and also planted a tree in memory of Mahatma Gandhi. There is a rather unfortunate event sort of overshadowing this visit at this point, which is a massacre in Kashmir, that disputed mountainous territory that is disputed between Pakistan and India. About 36 Sikhs, that's a minority religion here, were killed in a massacre just within the last day or so, and there are now rivaling explanations about why that happened, but that does seem doomed to overshadow at least this first day of his Indian visit. Anderson?
Josh, what is coming up on the president's itinerary?
Well, the president goes on from here to several other stops. Of course, he first has formal meetings with the Indian officials, and he'll speak with the public and the press after that. But he goes on to other stops across India, highlighting various issues, including the environment, which is very important to the U.S. delegation. 1 billion people here in India. If they were to industrialize in the way Western Europe or the U.S. has, the world would have a very serious environmental problem. Mr. Clinton will sign some agreements that are designed to head that off.
And has Chelsea Clinton been with the president all day, or does she have a separate itinerary?
Well, today she was following the president very closely, almost functioning in a first lady role. But yesterday she went on this separate excursion while the president was in Bangladesh nearby. Chelsea went to a town called Jodhpur, was at some sort of a large palace there, and was participating in an Indian festival called Holi, which involves smearing of colored dyes and pastes on one another. It looks like Chelsea didn't get too involved in the smearing, although you may be able to see from the pictures that certainly some of those around her were quite involved. Anderson?
All right, Josh Gerstein in New Delhi. Thanks very much.
Pope John Paul continues his visit to the Holy Land. He's beginning his day with a mass in Amman, Jordan. Then later he heads for Israel. The Pope will be speaking at a large mass in Amman Stadium. Amman, of course, the capital of Jordan. The Pope will be speaking in both Arabic and English. Yesterday he met with Jordan's young king, Abdullah. He also went to Mount Nebo, which is the place where it is believed that Moses viewed the Promised Land in the days before he died. Again, the Pope speaking at a large mass in Amman, Jordan. Anderson?
The manhunt.
وقد تميز عدد كبير من العلمانيين خلال هذه المسيرة.
The manhunt for a 60s black radical is over. Jamil Abdullah El Amin has been arrested in Alabama. Authorities say he fired at federal marshals who tracked him to a rural area west of Montgomery. El Amin, whose name in the 60s was H. Rap Brown, had been on the run since last Thursday when he allegedly shot 2 Atlanta sheriff's deputies as they tried to serve him with an arrest warrant. One of those deputies died. In a much older search for a fugitive, the FBI is disbanding a special task force command post dedicated to finding accused serial bomber Eric Rudolph. He's charged, you may remember, in 3 Atlanta area bombings, including the Olympic Park blast in 1996, which left 1 woman dead. Agents say they'll continue looking for Rudolph, but they'll shut down the command post in Andrews, North Carolina by early summer.
Investors bracing for an increase in interest rates today when the Federal Reserve's Open Market Committee meets. Fed Chairman Alan Greenspan has indicated rate hikes will continue until our sizzling economy cools down. The stock market turned in a mixed performance in advance of today's meeting. The Dow gaining 85 points, but the Nasdaq, which is locked up with tech companies, plunged 188 points, a big drop there. John McCain is back at work representing the people of Arizona in the U.S. Senate. McCain returned to his Capitol Hill office yesterday for the first time since conceding defeat in his bid for the Republican presidential nomination. He says he will support the party's choice, and he has established a political action committee to keep pushing for campaign finance reform.
It's an interesting story that the FBI is going to be shutting down that command post because, I mean, you know, for months now they have been searching those for us, and I mean, it was a huge operation.
An incredible search, an incredibly intense search, and they said they weren't going to give up.
Right. Quite remarkable. There's also an interesting poll out from abcnews.com. Apparently, the people have spoken, and they say that the Green Mile should win the Oscars. According to this abcnews.com poll, the Green Mile received 25% of the votes. The Sixth Sense received 22%, and American Beauty received 13%.
Surprised me because Leah Rosen said last night that American Beauty is the odds-on favorite.
Well, for Hollywood insiders, I think
Yeah,
the general
right.
public, I guess, in this at least poll, and Willis will be very happy because he's been trying to get me to see the Green Mile for 2 weeks now, so now maybe I will go. Why don't we take a look at the weather? Parts of the country will need foul weather gear, heavy rain in the mid-Atlantic states, and lots of snow in the Rockies. But the West Coast will have a sunny day, and the Northeast will be quite dry. It'll be cooler than normal in the Rockies, parts of the Southwest and the Northeast. Here now, the National Temperature Index, some local forecasts, and giraffes in Chicago.
They say around the way you've asked for me, there's even talk about you wanting me. I must admit that's what I want to hear, but that's just talk until you take me there. Oh, if it's true, leave me all alone out here, wondering if you're ever gonna take me there. Tell me what you're feeling, 'cause I need to know. Girl, you gotta let me know which way to go, 'cause I need to know. I need to know. Tell me, baby girl, 'cause I need to know.
World News Now weather, brought to you by Excedrin.
When your headache's only partly relieved by the leading brand, your heart's in your work, but your head isn't. Take Excedrin and you'll feel completely better, because Excedrin is completely different, with 2 proven pain relievers plus an enhancing ingredient to completely relieve your headaches, even the ones the leading brand can't. So you'll feel completely better because your headache's completely gone. Excedrin, the headache medicine.
You know, it's times like these, I think about the Wide Track Grand Prix. Its speed-sensitive steering gives you road gripping control, so even tight corners won't get you off track. Oh, the Wide Track Grand Prix. Wider is better. By Pontiac.
Odor eaters' feet are sweeter, fresher, cleaner, drier, neater. Look, foot odor is caused by sweaty acid. Only new Odor Eaters insoles have 100% more Arm & Hammer baking soda to start neutralizing odor-causing acid instantly. Odor's gone so fast, and it's guaranteed to last. Whether you choose insoles, powder, or spray. Odor Eaters' feet are sweeter. Odor Eaters' feet are sweeter.
Moms don't like to talk about menopause, so maybe your mom never told you.
But you feel physical and psychological changes
long before menopause, because estrogen levels change as early as your 30s.
So don't wait till menopause to get Estroven,
the natural plant estrogen supplement.
Estroven's natural plant estrogens act like your own
to help balance your hormones naturally,
gently, safely.
Don't wait till menopause to get Estroven. Someday you'll tell your daughter about Estroven.
What's my secret fantasy? The object of my desire. It's deep, dark, and very chocolate. It's a luscious brownie. So rich. I could make a meal of it.
Slim Fast Meal on the Go bars unwraps rich chocolate brownie. Indulge in its intense sensation. So good for you. A satisfying way to help you lose weight and feel great. Slim Fast Meal on the Go bars.
Take your fantasies anywhere.
Wait, do we have to say goodnight so soon? Because I love you. Oh, I mean, I know it's really soon to say that, but what I'm trying to say is I want you right now.
Sometimes there are things you just can't wait for. Log on to aria.com and apply for instant approval on Aria Visa. Get the lowest introductory APR available and valuable rewards. So why wait? Apply online today for instant approval on Aria Visa.
I'll call you tomorrow. Okay.
World News Now Sports, brought to you by Area Credit Card.
Man, oh Manischewitz, it was a tight game in the second round of the NIT, Penn State against Siena. Midway through the second half, Penn State got 3-pointers. First from Joe Crispin as they started to pull away, then from John Crispin to open the lead to 10 points, then from Quentin Crisp, just kidding. But Siena started to catch up. Late in the game, Marcus Faison hit 2 threes for Siena, but it was not enough. Penn State won it 105-103. In the NBA, here's a clue. If you want to keep a 13-game home winning streak alive, do not invite the Lakers. The Lakers were in Miami, where the Heat kept Shaquille O'Neal to a mere 28 points, but could not stop him from helping out Kobe Bryant. O'Neal has been hitting about 40 per game, and on the other end, Miami's Alonzo Mourning put in 33 points, and this jam put the Heat ahead. Swing. Los Angeles rallied to win the 22nd of their last 23 games, 100-89. And I don't need to tell you, there was a heated game in Knoxville in the NCAA Mideast. Arizona went up against Tennessee's Lady Vols. This is Felicity Willis getting a bucket and a foul for the Wildcats, but they could not quite catch up. A little push in there. Tennessee got a big performance from Tamika Catching. She put in 21 points, including this tip in late in the game. She also had about 8 rebounds. This Catching is again blocking a shot and going down court for another basket. There she goes, there she goes, there she goes, and it's in. Tennessee 75-60 over Arizona. And that is sports for this half hour.
And what's Kashwing?
Kashwing is a very technical term. A layman like yourself, a sports layman, might not...
This is true. This is why I consult an expert.
That's right. Yeah, man.
You know, speaking of the Oscars, the interesting thing on the AP tonight, Annette Bening is actually campaigning to get Best Actress. She's up against Hilary Swank.
Yeah.
And she's on this campaign to appear in as many places as she can, magazine covers, promotional spots.
Because I have seen her. She was on Jay Leno.
She's all over the place.
Interesting.
This is how it happens. And apparently big movies have a big advantage over small movies.
Sure.
Millions of dollars.
There you go. When we come back, handy things to have when you hit the road.
Upper image about $190. That's really weighs about a pound. Really neat guy.
ABC's World News Now will continue after this from our ABC stations.
It's Regis and Kathy Lee.
Look who's live. Would you believe the president?
It could happen.
Well, we do have the West Wing's Martin Sheen.
Perfect.
Then you know her from the practice. Now she's hitting the silver screen.
She's absolutely adorable.
Whatever It Takes star Marla Sokolov. And later this week from the sitcom Movie Stars,
What a guy.
actor Harry Hamlin. Get it live.
With Regis and Kathy Lee.
Watch live today at 9.
Right here on ABC 7.
Chevy Malibu has raised the standards. Standard V6, Standard Automatic, Standard ABS, Standard Air. No other car offers all this standard for around $17,000. Chevy Malibu. Standards you can depend on.
And now lease a 2000 Malibu for as low as $239 a month. Residency restrictions apply. Call for important lease details.
They were ordinary people who half a century ago did nothing less than help save the world. And yet there is no national memorial to honor their sacrifice. It is time to say thank you.
Call now and help build the National World War II Memorial.
These detectives put up with a lot.
Kiss off. Don't throw things at us, or we'll throw things at you.
But tonight, getting put down.
You'd love to beat me. Isn't that your version of sex?
Well, that's another thing.
You are a vulgar pig.
And you see, that's the type of thing that makes you want to wink.
All new NYPD Blue, ABC tonight. Viewer discretion advised.
I'm Claudia Marshall. Here's the latest from ABC News Radio. President Clinton has just been meeting with India's Prime Minister in New Delhi and says he's optimistic about diffusing nuclear tensions between India and Pakistan. Meantime, Mr. Clinton is expressing sorrow for the brutal murders of 36 Sikh villagers in India's Kashmir region. Pope John Paul has been celebrating Mass in Amman, Jordan, as his visit to the Holy Land continues. Israel and Palestinian officials have held a ceremony marking the handover of more than 6% of West Bank territory today, including villages near Bethlehem, Hebron, and Jericho. Authorities near Baltimore are still playing a waiting game with the suspected killer, Joseph Palczynski. He's been holding 3 hostages inside a home since Friday. Investigators say revenge may have been the motive in a shooting near a car wash in suburban Dallas that left 5 people dead. Police say the suspect reportedly was fired from his job there on Friday. I'm Claudia Marshall, ABC News.
It's almost time for the summer travel season. Time to load up the minivan, strap in the kids, and hit the highway. Or throw your swimsuit in a bag and hop on an airplane. Whatever the type of travel, there's always a new gadget to take along. Our favorite gadget guru, gizmo guy Dick DeBartolo, is here with some of the latest. Dick, what do you got for you? You have a veritable cornucopia
A lot of stuff, yeah. The
course.
gizmo guy or the giz whiz is me. This is from Sharper Image, a Sharper Image exclusive. AM, FM, clock, radio, with a built-in CD player, little temperature down there, has dual alarms, but it also has built-in sound soother. So if you want to fall asleep to crickets or the sound of the ocean, you can do it with this guy. And it runs on 4 AA batteries, also comes with an AC adapter. Sharper Image, about $190. So that's really, weighs about a pound. Really neat guy.
A little bulky though, right? I mean,
well, for not for travel. I mean,
yeah, you're right.
That's pretty.
It folds
small.
up nicely.
Yeah, and it has built-in stereo speakers. Sounds great with headphones.
Only $100.
Comes with earbuds. $190.
Oh, okay.
Zelco has sold 1 billion itty-bitty book lights. Well, this is Itty Bitty Book Light Volume 2. It's now brighter than ever. It's smaller than before, a little more high-tech, and it runs off a battery pack. It has a much brighter bulb, too, as you can probably see there. And comes with a little AC adapter, and that's about $35. That's from Zelco. Noise reduction headphones, you know what those guys are?
No.
Okay.
Educate me.
Okay. These are from Iowa, and they're folding headphones. What they are, have a little built-in computer. When you wear them on an airplane, the earphones listen to the sound made by the jets. I'll turn it on and let you put it on while I'm talking. You should hear some silence as they go on. And it analyzes the noise. It develops a noise 180 degrees out of phase. It's a little quieter in there than here.
Hard to tell because I have an ear.
Oh, okay.
Something in my ear as well.
Okay, there's something in my ear. So it's quieter, and then you can plug this into your stereo or to the plane's movie soundtrack.
So it just counteracts the background noise.
Noise, especially on jet planes, and it doesn't affect conversation. And the neat thing about these guys, a lot of them in the past, you always had to wear the electronics on your belt. Now Iowa has everything in the headphones.
Can I use this so that I won't be able to hear my producer anymore?
You can pretend not to hear your producer. By the way, the producer, Sharon was saying, you look so good tonight. Well, I normally don't wear a jacket and probably never will again, but this is a travel jacket from the Magellan's catalog. It's called microfiber. Of course, it's washable in a hotel sink. But another neat thing, a lot of zippered pockets, and also a pocket deep enough that you can take a boarding pass or an e-ticket, and it'll go all the way down and then button, and several zippered pockets. So it's really
great.
It's a great travel jacket.
And it looks sharp, if I do say so myself.
Maybe I'll have to wear it each and every
I see a new career here for you.
Each and every time. This is really neat. This is called the Aladdin hand generator. This is all from also from the Magellan's catalog. You can use it to charge cell phones, your laptop computer, anything for which you have a 12-volt adapter.
That is incredible.
And if you need a little handy flashlight, do this for about 1 minute. Can you see the light down there? It's pretty bright. Do this for about a minute and a half, and you'll have a flashlight that'll stay lit for about 10 minutes.
Also good for the muscles.
Yeah, that's a very good idea. About $60, Magellan's catalog. This is also from the Magellan's catalog. Hook this onto your suitcase, and this goes on your belt. While you're reading the newspaper, if someone goes to walk away with your suitcase, you will hear, let me just turn.
Oh, nice.
Okay, what I did by shutting it off, now it heard that it's within range again. So actually, you know, if you want to keep track of your kids and you don't want your child to crawl more than 20 feet away, you could do that with the personal alarm, about $20. Oregon Scientific Atomic Travel Clock.
Atomic?
Yeah, do you know about the atomic clock?
It sounds dangerous.
Studio clocks get their time
Yes.
sent to them. Well, this travel clock gets its time. Go to another city in about 3 or 4 hours. It will reset itself to the local time. Has a great backlighting there. I think you can see it on camera. About $40, and that's from the Topics catalog. This little guy is neat. This is called a tote guard. We had it last year. They marketed it as purse guard, but they sold so many for other reasons, they renamed it. What it is, you hang this on the counter in a restaurant, put your attaché case on it, put your pocketbook on it. Someone goes to lift whatever's on the hook, and you're aware.
A lot of anti-theft devices. Where are you traveling these days?
Just going to Newark Airport. Tote guards from Zelco. This little book from Magellan's is great. How to get to and from every airport in the world and how much it will cost by cab. And our final guy, are you a health nut?
Not a health nut.
Okay.
But I like health. I'm pro
You're in
health.
favor of it. You're in favor of health. Okay, this is Body Elastics, and it's a complete little gym. Each different color strap is a different amount of resistance. So you close this in your hotel door, use the straps, you can actually work out. And a lot of stuff here today, not everything, but came from the Magellan's catalog. A lot of fun stuff.
Dick, thank you very much.
Okay,
Great
welcome.
job.
We'll
Pleasure
go
to
traveling
meet you.
together. Are you going to Vegas?
Yes,
I'll
go to
lend you-
Vegas
I'll
this
lend you
weekend.
stuff. I'll lend you
I need
stuff.
some of this stuff.
Okay.
All right, that's
I'll
Dick
lend you stuff.
DeBartolo. Thank you again for
Thank you.
joining us. You're watching World News Now.
And I'm pumping up.
At Geico Auto Insurance, we handle your claim quickly, so you don't have to bum a ride to work. Geico, a 15-minute call could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
You know, I've been doing this for a while now, and those steps still scare me. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Treasures in Your Home, the world of collecting. My name is John Burke, and it's good to see you as usual. Now, on tonight's show, our CollectingChannel.com caravans are praising their way across the country. And tonight's stop, Houston, Texas, which, by the way, is also where we found our deal of the day. And check this out. This item was bought for $50. Well, we just might have a surprise for its owner. Yeah? Stay tuned for that. That's going to be fun. But first off, tonight, a whole generation of kids went mad for Mad Magazine. So when longtime writer Dick DeBartolo agreed to show us some memorabilia, we decided to try out a new feature. Treasures in Your Office. Let's take a look.
Hey, Dick DeBartolo, Mad Magazine's Maddest writer, have been here since high school, and I'm really sick of it. No, actually, going to give you a little 10-second history of Mad Magazine. In 1952, Mad started out as a 10-cent comic book. This is a reprint, but if you have the original in mint condition, it's worth anywhere from $5,000 to $8,000. Then in July, about 2 years later, Mad went to a magazine, a 25-cent magazine. This is not quite so valuable. And after the 25-cent magazine, it turned into the regular Mad that you see on your newsstands today, which sells for $2.99, which is still, we consider, cheap. Mad collectibles, there's some really neat stuff here. Some Mad mugs that were made. The Mad mugs, Bill Gaines, who was the publisher of Mad, was fierce about the subscribers. And if people wrote in and didn't like Mad merchandise, like the mugs, the handles broke off easily, he canceled the contract. So there are not a lot of Mad mugs out there. The busts are pretty valuable. This guy's worth about $200. They go back about 25 years. Going down further, there's the Mad wristwatch. This guy's worth probably about $100. And the joke here is that Alfred's in a straitjacket, so his feet have to tell the time. Bill Gaines, when he was publishing, got several letters that the crystals fell out, so he canceled the contract on the watches. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go back to the art department, and we'll show you some original covers that are also worth a lot of money. This is the art department. Right now, Art's out to lunch, but we're going to show you some really neat stuff here. You know, Mad has a fold-in. That's that thing at the back of the magazine where it asks a question, and then you fold it in, and you get an answer, a fake-out answer. Well, this is an original Al Jaffe Mad fold-in. Al's been doing them all for about 20 years. These guys at auction sell for anywhere from about $1,500 to $2,000. And a real collector's item are Mad covers. And this is going to be an upcoming cover. This is Regis Philbin and a takeoff on The Millionaire. And Mad covers have gone for as high as $18,000. So if you see a Mad cover at auction, you can probably be sure that it will increase in value. Hey, so there's a mini tour of Mad magazine. Mad's 48 years old, so in 2 years come back and we'll all celebrate 50 years of Mad and Mad memorabilia together. Dick DeBartolo, bye!
Ah, good seeing you. Thank you, man. That was wonderful. I remember those back pages, man. I used to go in and just fold those and put them back, and the people in the drugstore get all mad at me. But that was a different time. We're getting some praising now. John Bruno is here from CollectingChannel.com. How you doing, sir?
I'm good, buddy. How are you?
Nice to see you.
And you, as always.
John, and John. Nice seeing you, John.
Mr. Burke.
Thank you for coming in. Appreciate it.
Doing good.
Good. Well, what do you got here?
Well, I picked this up at an apartment.
Plus cost you over $15,000 in interest. What can you do about it? Call now for a free debt consolidation quote. We may be able to save you thousands of dollars in interest, plus help lower your monthly payment. And you do not have to be a homeowner or have good credit to qualify. Call now, 1-800-267-8939. That's 1-800-267-8939.
There's a car out there people are talking about.
World-class engineering, contemporary styling, superbly equipped.
It has a fully integrated vehicle response system to help make it behave exactly the way you want it to. What is this car that gives you such power and control? It's the new 2000 Seville with the North Star system. And now Seville comes with an impressive lease. Call for important lease details. The 2000 Seville, the power of and, the fusion of design and technology. Cadillac.
And now, back to City Slickers.
These cows trusted us.
They trusted us. They don't even know us. They followed us because we yelled, "Ya!" They're cattle.
I've got to stop being a schmuck.
You know, you were right, Mitch. My life is a do-over. It's time to get started. I hope I can help.
I'm gonna go home, and I'm gonna get Kim pregnant.
I hope I can help.
Whoa, Mitchie, the kid is in trouble. What about you? You gonna be okay?
Yeah, because I know what he meant. Who? Curly. I know what this is.
What?
That's what you have to figure out.
I'm gonna deck you, pal.
No, that's what it is. It's something different for everybody. It's whatever's most important to you. For me, when I was in the river, I was only thinking about one thing. All that other stuff just went away. Only one thing really mattered to me.
I love you.
These faces. I miss these faces.
We missed you too, Dad.
It's no fun without you.
Hey, buckaroos. Next year, the North Pole.
What?
We hire dog sleds and we follow the same route as Admiral Byrd.
Next Tuesday. Coffee and cake.
Better. Come here.
Hey, Phil, you need a ride? No, thanks, I got a cab.
So, how are you?
Good. Things are good. Look what I found.
That's nice. Where was it?
Colorado. I mean, it's always the last place you look.
Mitch, I've been thinking. If you really hate your job, why don't you get out of there? We'll be all right.
No, I'm not going to quit my job. I'm just going to do it better. I'm going to do everything better.
Everything?
See?
Oh, I missed you.
I missed you too.
Let's go home.
Today is my best day.
Mr. Robbins! You're right here. This is great. There you go, Jesse.
What, did you get a dog? We got a dog? All right.
Come on, little man.
Everyone, this is Norman.
It's a cow.
Ah, he's a calf, actually.
Mitch, you're gonna put him in the van?
Oh, yeah, and then the den.
Mitch, you're not gonna take him home.
See, kids, he just said hello. Well, just for a little while. Then we'll put him in a petting zoo, so he can be with your mother.
Mitch. Oh.
I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. Okay, seatbelts, Norman, seatbelts.
Mitch.
I hope you went to the bathroom, Mince. We've got a long ride. Let's go home.
Where did my heart go? When did it lose the way? How did I let you slip away? Why is it so hard to say words that might touch you, make you believe that I'm more than it seems that I'm today? I can run, but I can't hide all these dreams that I keep inside.
We hope you've enjoyed Channel 7's Late Movie. Join us tomorrow after Late Night Oprah when we'll present Gridlock, starring David Hasselhoff and Kathy Ireland.
Final boarding call. All passengers, gate 10. Don't be late. Call 540-WAKE for a reliable wake-up call. Just $2. When you can't be late, you gotta call WAKE. That's 540-WAKE. Call now.
Tyler Perry returns with I Can Do Bad All By Myself.
I haven't heard people laughing as loudly and having as much fun in years.
I'm a big fine woman. Can I back that thing up?
It was excellent. And I love Maddest. She was down to earth and real.
I Can Do Bad All By Myself. Held over and now running through May 2nd through May 14th at the Beacon Theater, Mother's Day.
Truly a blessing for people to go out and see that you can overcome the issues you had in your past.
Condos, co-ops, residential and commercial properties at fractions of their market price. Where do you find them? At the Real Estate Foreclosure Auctions. Where do you find a list of real estate auctions? In Foreclosure Update. For only $39.95, you'll receive 4 informative issues with hundreds of hard-to-find listings, as well as a free copy of How to Buy Foreclosed Property. Hurry, this is a limited-time offer. Call 1-877-999-9BID. 1-877-999-9BID. That's 1-877-999-9243.
In other news, George Taylor was expected to be promoted today at cryogenics. Mr. Taylor failed to show. Company officials are concerned. He should have called 540-WAKE at just $2 for a reliable wake-up call. When you can't be late, you gotta call WAKE. 540-WAKE.
Can a marriage survive this kind of betrayal? Wives who cheated. Next, Oprah. More than 11 years after the Pan Am 103 bombing, a trial in the case begins.
From ABC News World Headquarters in New York, this is World News Now.
The trial is truly international. 2 Libyan suspects are being tried in the Netherlands under Scottish law. Hello from New York, I'm Allison Stewart.
Hi, I'm Dan Harrison for Anderson Cooper. Also in this half hour, the Disney Time Warner truce and a daycare where toddlers are not allowed. We begin with the long-awaited Lockerbie trial.
This morning, attorneys will try to begin trying to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that 2 Libyans placed a concealed bomb on a flight to Frankfurt, knowing it would be transferred to a London flight where it would detonate. The Lockerbie trial is being held in the Netherlands, and people around the world are watching it closely. Here's ABC's Lucretia Quinn.
Dozens of relatives of the victims of Pan Am Flight 103 have arrived in the Netherlands for the trial of the 2 Libyan suspects. They've waited a long time for this, more than 11 years.
I believe that the process will take place, the integrity will take place. I don't ever believe justice will ever take place.
It was just before Christmas, December 21st, 1988. Pan Am Flight 103 left London heading for New York. 38 minutes into the flight, a bomb in a suitcase detonated over Lockerbie, Scotland. 270 people died, including 11 on the ground, when the Boeing 747 ripped apart and plunged 6 miles to Earth.
I'm here because my daughter is dead, and she obviously cannot represent herself.
The suspects, Abdel Basit Ali al-Magrahi and Lamin Khalifa Fahima, were finally handed over by Libya last year. After years of wrangling with Libyan leader Muammar Gaddafi, a deal was worked out to try the suspects in a neutral country, but under Scottish law. Camp Zeist, a former American base in Holland, has been transformed into a high-security court of law. The trial is expected to last at least a year at a cost of almost $3 million a month. For those family members who can't attend the trial, special centers have been set up in Scotland, New York, Washington, and here in London to provide closed-circuit coverage of the proceedings. Lucretia Quinn, ABC News, London.
The U.S. military says the Puerto Rican island of Vieques is the only place in the Atlantic it can conduct vital live-fire training exercises. Protesters on the island continue to wait for an expected roundup by federal agents. The demonstrators have blocked the Navy from using the range for over a year. Most say they will surrender peacefully if agents arrive to arrest them. Critics say the Pentagon hasn't looked hard enough for another place to train.
It's back to the bargaining table for Disney, the parent company of ABC and Time Warner. The cable giant restored ABC stations to all its systems yesterday. The 2 companies still need to agree on a financial deal for Time Warner to continue carrying Disney-owned programming on its cable channels. Details from ABC's Terry Moran.
The corporate standoff came to an end at about 3 o'clock yesterday afternoon, and that brought ABC back into the homes of about 3.5 million viewers across the country after 40 hours blackout. The agreement reached between Disney and ABC and Time Warner provides that Time Warner will carry ABC signals for the next 3 months until July 15th while the companies try to negotiate a longer-term deal. Both companies had come under a lot of pressure during the standoff. ABC, of course, stood to lose a lot of viewers to the competition, but Time Warner had come under pressure as well from local government officials who were upset at the interruptions in service, and even from the federal government. The Federal Communications Commission had received a complaint from ABC, and late last night, the FCC chairman said that despite the resolution of the standoff, the FCC will rule on that complaint soon. Terry Moran, ABC News, New York.
A former nurse has been executed in Arkansas for killing her 2 young children. Christina Marie Riggs was the first woman executed in the state in 155 years. She attempted suicide after drugging and suffocating her children in 1997. Riggs, who's 28, had asked for the death penalty. ABC News has learned that a sheriff's draft report on the Columbine massacre indicates all but 2 of the 13 people killed that day were dead by the time the first SWAT team reached the school's library. That team entered the library more than 3 hours after the rampage began. Sheriff's officials say the situation was simply too dangerous to enter the school right away. But some victims' families could use this report to bolster their legal claims that authorities botched their response to the attack.
The government plans to step up regulation of genetically engineered foods. The White House will propose new rules today, including a requirement for biotech companies to notify the FDA 4 months before marketing a new product. The plan will also allow foods that have not been modified to be labeled as such. Critics argue the proposals don't go far enough. 2 metal objects left quite an impression in South Africa when they came down from space. The 100-pound white-hot canisters landed on farmland near Cape Town, creating 2 large craters. NASA says they were debris from a U.S. Delta rocket that was launched in 1996. What the heck else is up there?
Space junk, space litter. Watch out.
Run for cover. We got the desk. It looks pretty sturdy if anything comes down.
Our look at the weather begins in Texas, where tornado season is in full swing. A funnel cloud was sighted near Fort Worth, and several twisters touched down in the southern part of the state yesterday. At least 1 house and 24 mobile homes were damaged, and South Padre Island lost electricity. In today's forecast, expect more storms in Texas, scattered showers in surrounding states, as well as in the southeast and northwest. Temperatures in the 70s and 80s for most of the country, cooler in the northeast. Here's your national temperature index, local forecasts, and Pooch's.
Being the middle child takes a lot of resourcefulness. My middle girl is Lizzie, and she's developed this extremely individual sense of fashion. It revolves around one very pink dress. If she can't wear it, the whole look crumbles.
Tide with Bleach Alternative helps get out more tough stains in one wash, while other leading liquids have to go back in the wash again.
She's going to need a lot of freedom. I think it's important for her to know that she is special.
When dentures dream, they see the perfect denture cleanser. One with the stain-fighting power of Efferdent and the freshening power of Listerine. Well, little friend, dream no more. It's really here. It's called Efferdent Plus. It's extra fresh, and nothing gets your dentures cleaner. Efferdent Clean and Listerine Fresh. That's Efferdent Plus.
Good morning. I see you took Unisom. Did you get a restful night's sleep? Did you know Unisom sleep tabs have been helping people fall asleep gently and easily for 20 years? And Unisom's the only leading brand with doxylamine, a special ingredient proven to help people fall asleep 23 minutes faster. So you wake up refreshed and ready to... Where are you going? Unisom. There's extra sleep in every box.
Just when you thought it was safe to leave your car in the parking lot, something evil will strike. You need a car tough enough to take it on. Chevy Malibu. With a steel safety cage, breakaway mirrors, a 6-layer paint process, and bounce-back bumpers. It's one tough car. Chevy Malibu. We'll be there.
Suddenly, millions of people are dreaming about dairy foods. They just can't seem to get them off their minds. The reason? Lactate Ultra. Lactate is the simple, natural way to make dairy easy to digest. Just take it with your first bite. That's all it takes to make your dreams come true. Lactate Ultra, for the love of dairy.
What's my secret fantasy? The object of my desire. It's deep, dark, and very chocolate. It's a luscious brownie. So rich. I could make a meal of it.
Slim Fast Meal on the Go bars unwraps rich chocolate brownie. Indulge in its intense sensation. So good for you. A satisfying way to help you lose weight and feel great. Slim Fast Meal on the Go bars.
Take your fantasies anywhere.
World News Now Sports, brought to you by Slim Fast Foods.
The Phoenix Suns have chased the defending NBA champion Spurs out of the playoffs. Jason Kidd returned to the Suns. His ankle healed after more than a month. He had 9 points, not to mention a brand new hair color. He also had 10 assists, including this one to Penny Hardaway. Hardaway had 23 points. The Suns won 89-78, eliminating the Spurs in the first round. The Cubbies' Gary Wood missed a year after having surgery on his pitching elbow. He returned last night, going 6 innings against the Astros at Wrigley and getting some defensive help from a diving Sammy Sosa. There he goes. Wood gave up only 3 hits and 1 run. He also helped offensively with his 3rd career home run that was part of the Cubs' assault. Wood struck out 4 Astros for the 11-1 win.
From day one after the surgery, I didn't have a second thought in my mind that I could make it back to the same level I was at, and we've still got a little work to do, but I'm very pleased with the way I threw tonight.
Woods was the 1998 Rookie of the Year. Fans come to ball games to watch the Stars play. Monday night, Los Angeles fans got a moon, too. It was aimed at John Rocker, the Atlanta reliever who disparaged minorities and gays in a magazine interview. Yesterday, Andrew Teller explained to KABC reporter David Ono why he got cheeky to Rocker.
So it was a perfect time, and I walked right down to the rail and got to between second and first, and I go, hey, John. He actually turned around. He knew it was coming. He had a smile on his face. He turned around, and that's when I did it. I made eye contact with him and got him.
Not the proudest moment in Dodger history, but certainly one of the more memorable ones. Meet Andrew Tellers, who rocked John Rocker and Dodger Stadium by simply dropping his pants.
He's got to know people are going to get offended, and he offended me, plus the crowd booing, it just got me pumped up. I had a lot of liquid confidence, and it was just the right time to do it.
It was unbelievable. It was comparable to the '88 World Series when Gibson hit his home run. Every person in Dodger Stadium was on their feet, jumping around, making noise. It was unbelievable.
I asked them, can I please put my pants up? Can I please put my pants up?
Granted, it wasn't the most dignified of positions to be in, but in a very strange way, hearing that Dodger crowd roar for him was a lifelong dream come true.
And ever since I was a little boy, I was in the backyard, always pretending I was a Dodger, and hearing the fans cheer and all that. When I was on that stadium and heard the whole stadium going nuts, it was the best feeling I will ever have. I'll never forget yesterday, May 1st.
In Los Angeles, David Ono for ABC News.
Friend of yours?
What an eloquent statement for tolerance. That's how you fight back at a guy like Rocker.
You know what was even funnier? Watching him get carried off.
That was the best.
Was as amusing as the moon glow.
So dignified.
That's sports for this half hour.
When we come back, looking back at Lockerbie.
ABC's World News Now will continue after this from our ABC stations.
Just when you thought it was safe to leave your car in the parking lot, something evil will strike. You need a car tough enough to take it on. Chevy Malibu. With a steel safety cage, breakaway mirrors, a 6-layer paint process, and bounce-back bumpers, it's one tough car. Chevy Malibu. We'll be there.
When we asked some denture wearers why they don't use an adhesive, they didn't have a lot to say.
Don't need it.
My dentures fit fine.
No problems here.
But after we gave them Fixident, they just couldn't say enough.
It's amazing, the difference.
It's a great new feeling of security.
Comfort.
Confidence.
I just plain forget I have them. That's because Fixident adjusts to the unique contours of your dentures and gums, forming a thin, powerful seal for a better hold than you ever thought possible.
I could just kick myself for not doing this sooner.
Find out for yourself what it feels like to Fixident and forget it.
The Arbor Day Foundation invites you to celebrate life and plant a tree for a new baby and a new home, a good report card, and a good life. For your free Trees for America brochure, write the Arbor Day Foundation.
Plant a tree today for all the world to share.
Last night,
You got up here before Rosie.
Oh, just kill me now!
Drew carried nerves of steel.
If you miss here, you lose $218,000. I don't think I'm wrong. I think it's 20.
Get it for a half!
So who's next in the hot seat? Night 3, the celebrity edition of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Tonight at 8/7 Central on ABC.
I'm Dorothy McIntyre. Here's the latest from ABC News Radio. It's taken nearly 11 years. Later this morning, 2 Libyans go on trial in the Netherlands for the 1988 bombing of Pan Am Flight 103 over Lockerbie, Scotland. They're charged with murder and several other crimes. 270 people died in the bombing. Another mega merger, the London Stock Exchange says it's merging with Germany's Bourse, which would create Europe's largest stock market. No word on when U.S. federal authorities might launch a raid to clear protesters off a Navy bombing range on the island of Vieques off Puerto Rico. Miami City Manager Donald Warshaw has won a temporary stay, barring his firing by Mayor Joe Carollo in the political turmoil over the Elian Gonzalez case. Christina Riggs was executed by lethal injection last night in Varner, Arkansas, for murdering her 2 small children in 1997. Prosecutors say she felt the children had become an inconvenience to her. I'm Dorothy McIntyre, ABC News.
The trial of the 2 Libyans accused of bombing Pan Am Flight 103 finally begins today in the Netherlands. The scope of the investigation leading to the trial is evident in the numbers. 15,000 witnesses interviewed in more than 20 countries, 180,000 pieces of evidence. But perhaps the most powerful number is 270. 270 people died when that plane blew up over Lockerbie, Scotland in 1988. 1 year after the explosion in 1989, Diane Sawyer and Sam Donaldson looked back at Lockerbie on Primetime Live.
This is London. It is December 21st, the winter solstice, the darkest day of the year. 259 names are being placed on a list of passengers and crew. Business consultant Nicholas Bright, drama student Theodora Cohen. In the early morning hours, both are asleep. Across town, after a long night at the office, stockbroker Richie Grimaldi heads out for a drink. Grimaldi is saying goodbye to a friend and office colleague, Jay Giebler. Giebler, a newlywed, is flying to the United States, where his wife, Wendy, is making him a Christmas videotape.
Merry Christmas. Wendy's hoping that she's pregnant right now. No. That's gonna jinx me.
Back in London, another story unfolds. Annie LaRoe and her friends from Syracuse University are together for the last night of their exchange program.
I think out of 8 of us, there were 4 people that were on the flight total that were out of this apartment that slept here that night.
Theodora Cohen, Annie's closest friend.
She was a firecracker of a human being. Very, very passionate person. I don't think there was anything that she didn't do without passion.
On December 21st, Pan Am 103 is sitting in Frankfurt, West Germany, ready for the first leg of its journey. According to Jabril, the bag with the bomb is on board. In London, American businessman Nicholas Bright takes a walk in a park. His wife, Eleanor, says he went out with a colleague. They spotted a newspaper headline about terrorists.
James was saying to Nick, but you have to understand these people have their own agenda and they've been hurt and have lost loved ones, and they have a specific reason for doing what they're doing. They have a purpose.
A purpose that has now entangled Nick Bright, who arrives by cab at the airport. And so 3 people who have never met, Nicholas Bright, Theodora Cohen, and Jay Giebler, walk into the terminal here at Heathrow. And they join up with 256 other passengers and crew who are arriving here to keep their 6 o'clock appointment with Pan Am 103. The bags from Frankfurt are now transferred into the belly of a 747, the continuation of Pan Am 103. The Pan Am Clipper taxis toward takeoff. It is 6:25 p.m. It presses northward, flying a few minutes behind schedule. It climbs to 31,000 feet, 360 miles per hour. After 37 minutes, the plane nears the small Scottish village of Lockerbie. It is time to turn westward, out toward the Atlantic. Air Controller Alan Topp is on duty.
I started calling him. Clipper 103, this is Scottish. I tried several times, no answer, and then I looked at my other radars to see if he was still painting, and then suddenly the Clipper 103 was no longer there.
We went to the window and saw this great big red explosion, and then the sky just turned white. It was completely terrifying. It was horrible.
We spent the night trying to ascertain who was alive, who was dead, and then as dawn began to come, we realized, there was a crater here. We realized that there were no survivors.
This is the spot where the town of Lockerbie suffered the most. At 7:05 p.m., the wings of the aircraft crashed down right here. 80,000 gallons of aviation fuel exploded on impact. 19 homes were destroyed, and 11 people in those homes were killed instantly. But the explosion that vaporizes much of this residential section is only part of the horror. About a quarter mile to the east, the main fuselage and 61 bodies slammed down in a courtyard. 2 miles away, the battered cockpit lands in verdant pasture land. On the ridge above the Tundergarth Church, a nightmare. 109 bodies litter the hillsides. Nicholas Bright, age 32, with a wife and son back in Boston, is found here, above the Tundergarth Cemetery. Theodora Cohen, 20, Syracuse University drama major, a mile away to the west, on the same ridge. Jay Giebler, 29 and newly married, is found on these hills above a local golf course. The pattern of bodies and debris immediately suggests to Scottish authorities that this is no accident.
Let's face it, if lunch was good, your breath is, oh man. Better have new sugar-free Eclipse from Wrigley. The intense mint gum that zaps whatever you ate. Hey, Eclipse, or hold your breath.
Women hold up half the sky, at least. That takes energy, and new Viactive's got it to go. Juicy spritzers, fruit smoothies, chocolate lovers bars. With the nutrients a woman's body craves. Bone-building calcium, B vitamins for our hearts, antioxidants. Viactive Calcium Chews, now Viactive Snacks and Beverages. For women who do it all, energy to appreciate it all.
Revitalize your face and body at a spa. For your hands, indulge in a sink full of greasy dishes. Introducing Dawn Special Care. Fighting tough grease never felt so good.
I'm a cop. I've got to be in good shape. And I've got to have a lot of energy. Working out is key. But what really helps me is Slim Fast. I've been having a shake for lunch almost every day for the past 9 years. It's quick, it's easy, it's satisfying. Slim Fast is healthy for you. It gives me what I need.
Vitamins, minerals, protein, carbs. It's great nutrition.
I have more endurance during my workout, more stamina. It's my energy drink. It makes me feel great. I love it.
Slim Fast every day. Balanced nutrition for a healthy life.
It works for me. It can work for you.
Getting those urban cowboys on horses was trying enough. And you throw in some serious chili, we're talking major heartburn. And we were way out there, and this cowboy, he pulls this Zantac 75 out of his saddlebag. I said, what are you, a Zantac salesman? He said, no, I'm a doctor.
The medicine in Zantac 75 is the #1 doctor-prescribed acid reducer. It relieves even your toughest heartburn, controlling acid for up to 12 hours.
Hats off to you, Doc.
Zantac 75 for tough heartburn. Doctors know.
I'm the best bleach.
I'm the best bleach.
I get rid of tough stains.
So do I. And I work on colors.
What Clorox bleach does on whites, Clorox 2 does on colors. Clorox 2 Color Safe Bleach. The Clorox bleach for colors.
The rugged Montana from Pontiac. It's nimble enough to tame the dusty trail. Pretty handy for life's twists and turns.
Never seen a minivan do that before. Maybe it's not really a minivan.
Life is more exciting in Montana. Now rope a rugged Montana with this limited time offer. By Pontiac.
Sending the little ones off to daycare can be traumatic at first for everyone involved. The whole experience can give one pause. You're dogged by questions. Am I doing the right thing? Will they be cared for? Will they play well with others? It helps to know that they're in good hands from the moment they get on the bus in the morning to the moment they come home. Todd Tungan of WPLG in Miami reports on one exceptional daycare center.
Elena Lopez battles South Florida rush hour twice a day in a school bus. And it's a dog-eat-dog world out there, literally.
Hi, Chelsea. Good morning.
The doggy bus is the world's only canine coach that'll pick up your pooch and take it to doggy day camp.
You know, from the first thing in the morning, you pick these guys up, and you look at them on the bus, and they're like kids.
And they're treated like kids. They have to stay seated on the bus, behave, and keep the barking to a minimum. But they are allowed to slobber out the window. The dogs love it, and so do the owners.
Loves it. Every time he sees a school bus, when he first started going to camp, he wanted to get on them and go.
The campers are excited because they've arrived at Planet Dog, a 2-acre doggy paradise. A quick bathroom break, and then it's off to play.
Planet Dog's philosophy is let the dog be free and kind of in his own element.
The camp comes complete with a doggy jungle gym, so your hound can work on their motor skills. There's an enormous bone-shaped pool for water lovers and an agility course to keep Fido fit. They'll even train your dog, but this institution of higher learning has some lofty standards.
First of all dogs have to be spayed and neutered. And then second, we set up an initial interview with the owner and the dog where we meet the dog. And the owner, of course, sees the center. And in that screening, we're looking for any signs of aggression or excessive shyness, which would show us that that dog is probably not going to like to be around another 30 dogs. Ripley, you're going to leave him alone. Thank you.
If your pooch doesn't play well with others, they get a timeout. The camp costs 32 bones a day, but dog lovers say it's worth it.
And then they're nice and tired when they get home. The owners are nice and tired when they get home, and they're ready to snuggle.
It's a dog's life.
That was Todd Tung of WPLG in Miami.
Can you imagine running that camp?
I'd like to join that camp.
Not a safe place for cats. I
No,
don't
probably
think.
not. But okay for news anchors, I think.
That's the news for this half hour.
Coming up, more news from ABC.
I wasted way too much time being fat. I would go up and down and up and down. Look at me. I lost over 50 pounds on this Slim Fast plan, and I kept it off for over 3 years. I didn't know I looked like this underneath. It's not only about being thin, it's about feeling good and having energy. I exercise, I eat right. I have a shake for lunch every day. It helps me stay this way. If you know your ABCs, you know the vitamins in Slim Fast. It's a fun way of rejuvenating your body.
Slim Fast, every day. Get healthy.
It can happen to you.
I have a couple who came in and had just so much cash and they were petrified.
They wanted to retire, and yet they weren't sure they could retire.
Katie Leiprand, AXA Advisors.
We took an inventory of all their assets and showed them they could achieve the income they were used to.
AXA Advisors, part of a global company helping 40 million people.
I'm helping others reach their goals. I just love to see things grow.
AXA Advisors, building futures.
Heartburn caused by acid reflux. Some prescription medicines promise you freedom from the pain.
But what kind of freedom is getting locked into taking a pill every day?
Ask your doctor. He may recommend you take Gaviscon whenever you need it. Gaviscon tablets are different. They become smooth and creamy on the way down, forming a soothing protective barrier that helps keep acid down.
Why get locked in to taking a pill every day when Gaviscon gives me relief?
Gaviscon, relief from acid reflux without a prescription.
Let's face it, if lunch was good, your breath is, oh man. Better have new sugar-free Eclipse from Wrigley. The intense mint gum that zaps whatever you ate. Hey, Eclipse, or hold your breath.
Danny Glover, Jane Krakowski, Mandy Moore. Next, only Rosie.
A corporate truce returns ABC stations to all of Time Warner's cable systems.
From ABC News World Headquarters in New York, this is World News Now.
It's not over yet. The two companies still need to reach a long-term deal to avoid another blackout. Hello to all our viewers in New York, LA, and elsewhere who couldn't see us yesterday morning. I'm Dan Harrison for Anderson Cooper.
And I'm Allison Stewart. Also this half hour, the latest in cool gourmet gadgetry and the business news from London. We begin with the ceasefire between Disney and Time Warner.
The media giants have agreed to keep negotiating a financial deal while Time Warner continues carrying ABC-owned stations on its cable channels. Despite the truce agreed to yesterday, there's no guarantee that the stations will not be pulled from Time Warner systems again this summer. Here's ABC's Terry Moran.
The end of this high-stakes corporate standoff came in a moment right out of a Hollywood movie.
Could we just take a break 1 second? We just got some information.
As Time Warner officials were explaining their position at a press conference in New York, the warring companies reached a truce.
Well, I was just informed that ABC has signed the letter.
And within minutes, 3.5 million viewers stuck looking at this on their ABC stations were watching regular programming once again.
Hi, if you're watching General Hospital right now by the use of antenna or rabbit ears, you can switch back over to cable.
But the dispute that kept ABC off the air for about 40 hours was only temporarily resolved. Time Warner offered to continue carrying ABC programming until October 15th, while the companies tried to negotiate a long-term deal. In response, Disney agreed only to a July 15th extension, and Time Warner agreed to that. Both companies were coming under increasing pressure. With viewers scrambling to find ways to watch their favorite ABC shows, several local governments around the country threatened legal action against Time Warner for disrupting service. It does look like they're failing in their agreement with the town, and so under that we could try for punitive damages because they're actually taking away value that the citizens are paying for. But Disney was feeling the heat too. Industry analysts say the loss of millions of potential viewers in several key markets put enormous pressure on Disney and ABC.
There's the threat of local viewers who are loyal to the telecast shifting to competitive stations in the marketplace.
ABC's Terry Moran reporting. The Federal Communications Commission, the FCC, is expected to rule on the legal aspects of this case this week.
The long-awaited trial of two Libyans accused of bombing Pan Am Flight 103 is beginning this morning. The trial is being held in the Netherlands under the rules of Scottish law. The proceedings are expected to last about a year. 270 people, most of them Americans, died in the 1988 bombing over Lockerbie, Scotland. Since then, investigators have examined 180,000 pieces of evidence and questioned 15,000 people in their search for clues.
After years of staging mock battles on the Puerto Rican island of Vieques, a different sort of battle appears imminent there this morning. Law enforcement officers are poised to remove protesters from a bombing range in what is expected to be a peaceful but emotional confrontation. Here's ABC's Barbara Starr.
Sources tell ABC News that nearly 400 law enforcement officials are set to move in and begin removing the protesters from Vieques Island. The operation could begin within the next 24 hours. FBI and U.S. Marshals are going to land in 3 areas: the main gate, the beach, and the firing range. At this point, no violence is expected, but perhaps the most sensitive issue is a small church that the protesters have built on the island. That church is going to be destroyed by the law enforcement and military officials, along with all the other structures built by the protesters. But in the case of the church, a Navy chaplain will be standing by to ensure the dignity of the religious objects is preserved. Once the protesters are removed, nearly 1,000 Marines will move in. Their job will be to reestablish security around the firing range to keep protesters from coming back onto the range. Once that security is ensured, then the Navy says it could begin using the firing range again as soon as a week from now. Barbara Starr, ABC News, the Pentagon.
Authorities say they've cracked the largest ever firearms smuggling case between the U.S. and Canada. Police seized almost 2,000 old military guns in Canada and Nevada. They suspect the prospective buyers were collectors and say the guns' age would have made them untraceable.
ABC News has learned that a sheriff's report being prepared on the Columbine High School massacre shows the students killed in the library were dead by the time police arrived. This, even though a teacher's 911 call hours earlier told police the gunmen were right outside the library. As ABC's Tom Foreman notes, the information could be used in court.
Lawyers for some of the victims' families are clearly going to try to use the Sheriff's Department report as leverage against the department by showing that officers repeatedly told students to stay in the library, that rescue was imminent, when in fact it was going to take more than 3 hours for the first SWAT team to reach the library. They suggest that led to the students being shot and that the delay caused many of the students to then die from their wounds because no medical care could get in either.
The Columbine tragedy was one of the factors that prompted the White House to hold a conference on teens with teens. The President and Mrs. Clinton hosted yesterday's session on helping families raise kids. It featured a lot of familiar advice for parents, such as spend time with your kids and listen to them. And apparently one of the other pieces of advice coming out of that conference was have dinner with your children.
I think that's very important.
Yeah, there's some statistics that show that if you have dinner with your kids, they're less likely to get in trouble.
Well, you also eyeball them every night.
Right.
So you see fluctuations in their mood and their appearance. It's very important.
Right.
Not that I have to worry about that just yet. Checking the weather, it will be another stormy day in Texas with rain stretching north to Illinois. Also some showers in the southeast and the northwest. Temperatures are in the 70s and the 80s for most of the country. Cooler in New England and the northwest. Here's the National Temperature Index. Local forecast and baby jaguars in Alabama.
Quiet nights and quiet stars, quiet chords from my guitar, whoa, floating on the silence that surrounds us. Quiet thoughts and quiet dreams, quiet walks by quiet streams.
World News Now weather, brought to you by Centrum.
To watch the world below together, we will live eternally.
You know when it's time to focus on heart health. You're even taking vitamin E. But Centrum knows there's more to it. There's selenium, garlic, and CoQ10. Now getting all this is as easy as Centrum. New Centrum focused formulas, each a blend of nutrients more completely focused on one health concern. You know when to focus on your bones. You know you need calcium. But zinc, D, and magnesium may help too. Getting all this is as easy as new Centrum focused formulas, focused on specific health needs.
Ever eat fast food in a rental? Put up with a boss who smokes? Or take Rupert on a road trip? Sure you have. At National, they've seen and smelled it all. But you never have to, no matter which car you choose. Because National cars are more than clean. They're Febreze clean. So they all smell as clean as they look. That's the service that sets National apart. Febreze clean. It's life, minus the smells.
When dentures dream, they see the perfect denture cleanser.
One with the stain-fighting power of Efferdent and the freshening power of Listerine. Well, little friend, dream no more. It's really here. It's called Efferdent Plus. It's extra fresh, and nothing gets your dentures cleaner. Efferdent Clean and Listerine Fresh. That's Efferdent Plus.
Lindsay never cleans her shower, yet it's always clean with Tilex Fresh Shower. Look at the difference. Soap scum builds up if you don't use Tilex Fresh Shower. Try Tilex Fresh Shower brand. The difference is clear.
Heartburn caused by acid reflux. Some prescription medicines promise you freedom from the pain.
But what kind of freedom is getting locked into taking a pill every day?
Ask your doctor. He may recommend you take Gaviscon whenever you need it. Gaviscon tablets are different. They become smooth and creamy on the way down, forming a soothing protective barrier that helps keep acid down.
Why get locked in to taking a pill every day when Gaviscon gives me relief?
Gaviscon, relief from acid reflux without a prescription.
When water attacks, it can transform your beautiful deck into a danger zone. Boards warp and crack, weakening your deck. But Thompson's gives you the highest level of water protection available to protect your deck like no other. Thompson's. It never takes a day off, guaranteed.
Good morning. I see you took Unisom. Did you get a restful night's sleep? Did you know Unisom sleep tabs have been helping people fall asleep gently and easily for 20 years? And Unisom's the only leading brand with doxylamine, a special ingredient proven to help people fall asleep 23 minutes faster. So you wake up refreshed and ready to... Where are you going? Unisom. There's extra sleep in every box.
Time for sports. The Timberwolves have been sent howling. They are now out of the NBA playoffs. The Trailblazers are moving on. In Minneapolis, Governor Jesse Ventura tried cheering, and Kevin Garnett turned in his third triple-double of the series, but it was not enough to save the Timberwolves. Portland's Rasheed Wallace put the game out of reach with 32 seconds left. The Blazers won 85-77 and will play the winner of the Utah-Seattle series. Rick Reed came to the Cincinnati Reds during the players' strike back in 1995. He's now with the Mets and is sporting a 3-0 record and a 2.21 ERA. That kind of performance is helping smooth over some rough spots in his relationships. ESPN's Jeremy Schaap reports.
When Reed became a replacement player, he said family obligations influenced the decision. In his case, helping a diabetic mother without medical insurance.
I feel the family comes first. You know, if there's if family needs help, then it's your responsibility to help them out.
Reed is the most prominent of the 17 replacement players who played in the major leagues this season. None has been permitted to join the Players Association.
There is a right way to go about getting a job in the major leagues, and one of them is not taking advantage of the absence of Major League Baseball players.
Non-union players are still entitled to pensions and to union representation in any grievance. However, unlike union members, they don't receive tens of thousands of dollars in royalties for products licensed by the Players Association. But they don't pay dues either. The union's executive board, which includes player representatives from all 30 teams, has voted every year to continue to exclude replacement players.
Every debate by the players about this question comes down to that. What do we say to the literally thousands of individuals who said, no, I want to become a major leaguer just as bad as anybody else, but this is not the right way to go about doing it.
But Mets player representative Al Leiter says Reed has paid his debt.
You got to give some kind of term limit to a punishment for something that certainly is a hell of a lot less than some of the crimes that the real world does, and they're out.
When Reed joined the Mets, some players wouldn't use a locker next to his. But now, even John Franco, who for a time refused to speak to Reed, has changed his stance.
Maybe he regrets it, maybe he doesn't. Maybe I regret not talking to him, maybe I don't. But in
Do
time, no, I don't think so. I mean, I had, for whatever reasons, I didn't. You know, it's forgotten now. You know, I talk to him, and we go out and have a beer if we're somewhere, and he's a teammate. He's part of this team, and we're in the foxhole together, and we got to stay there, and we're all in this together to do one thing, and that's to win.
You happy? We're back in the saddle. We're back on the air. And
We are.
LA
it is good.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, it is good.
It felt like a lot of people weren't. It felt like there was a huge hole out there, but it was less than 4% of the total viewers in the nation.
Yeah, but it was your TV and my TV
That's
and my
true.
neighbor's TV and my mom and dad's TV, most
they upset?
important. I didn't call them. I was a little worried, to be honest.
That's sports for this half hour.
When we come back, cool cooking stuff.
ABC's World News Now will continue after this from our ABC stations.
It's one of the most destructive forces on the planet, and now it's coming after your home. But new Thompson's paint will stop it every day, every season, all year long. New Thompson's House and Trim Paint. Guaranteed for life. It's the paint that never takes a day off.
Good morning. I see you took Unisom. Did you get a restful night's sleep? Did you know Unisom sleep tabs have been helping people fall asleep gently and easily for 20 years? And Unisom's the only leading brand with doxylamine, a special ingredient proven to help people fall asleep 23 minutes faster. So you wake up refreshed and ready to... Where are you going? Unisom. There's extra sleep in every box.
Feminine itching, painful irritation. Now there's Vagisil Cream with skin-soothing vitamins E, A, and D. Vagisil stops itching fast, and the relief lasts. Vagisil, a better understanding of better intimate care.
ABC.
I'm Dorothy McIntyre. Here's the latest from ABC News Radio. The trial of 2 Libyan agents accused in the bombing of Pan Am Flight 103 is about to get underway in the Netherlands. 270 people died when the plane exploded over Lockerbie, Scotland in 1988. She had asked for the death penalty. Christina Riggs was executed by lethal injection last night in Varner, Arkansas for murdering her 2 small children in 1997. She was the first woman executed in Arkansas in more than 150 years. Tension is building on the island of Vieques off Puerto Rico, where protesters are waiting for U.S. federal authorities to expel them from the Navy's training ground. U.S. warships are standing by. A $250 million satellite rocketed into space from Florida about an hour ago to reinforce the nation's orbiting weather stations before the hurricane season starts. The southern Philippines has been rocked by a wave of violence, Islamist rebels seizing more than 100 hostages. Dorothy McIntyre, ABC News.
Some people are under the mistaken impression that I'm this big party girl. It's that old MTV thing I'm trying to live down. Truth be told, I'm a homebody. There's nothing I like better than inviting over a few friends so I can dazzle them with one of my gourmet meals. So I am pretty psyched to talk to Dick DeBartolo this morning because he's just been to the 2000 Gourmet Show in Los Angeles, and he's brought back some of the latest cool kitchen gadgets. Good morning, Dick.
Oh, good morning. You really are a good cook.
Allison Stewart, Martha Stewart. Easy to get them confused.
One and the same. Have you seen them together? No. Okay, we do have some neat stuff. This is from Well Built. This is called Express Toast. You know, toaster ovens take a fair amount of time to make toast. With Express Toast, it's a little hard to do because I can't quite see. You push a button called Express Toast, and the elements lower down to right above the toast. So it will make toast 2 to 3 times faster than a regular toast.
It's like if you had a microwave for toast. It happens like that.
Yeah, kind of like that. Express Toast from Well Built. This is from DeLonghi. It's called the Toast Or because it can be a toaster, or it operates in this position if you want to make, say, open grilled cheese sandwiches.
Wow.
It operates in the down position also. By the way, these 2 guys will be out in the summertime. They're not on the market. Yes, this one is in the marketplace. It's called the West Bend Slide-Through Toaster. Put the toast in here. When it's done, it slides out the bottom so you can butter the toast while it's still hot.
Some projectile toast.
Well, it just slides down.
Okay,
Also, put on bagel setting and it just toasts one side.
How many dollars for this?
This guy is under $69.
And those guys are more expensive?
This guy's probably, my guess is probably going to sell for about $110 or so. And Well Built said they didn't even have a price on that yet. Okay. Now, if that's too much technology, the old-fashioned. This is from Toastis. This is an actual reproduction of their 1945 toaster. And when you turn it down, the toast, it should slide all the way down. So when you put it back up again, it flips itself over. That guy is about $45.
I love that. I'm a sucker for this retro stuff.
Retro is big every year at the Gourmet Show.
True.
This is called Butter Magic from Kitchen Art. You put a 1/4 pound of butter in there, and on the top, you'll see there's a little sliding bar. So if the recipe calls for 1/2 cup, you slide it up to 1/2 cup. You click this little guy down here, and it has a little slicer here in the end. So you can slice off, make your own little butter patties like they do in the restaurant.
Like the cheese slicer.
Like the cheese slicer.
Like butter.
Like butter. That'll be out in the summer, about $10.
It's a good gift.
This is called temp fork. Let me just stand this guy up here. What you do is you put it in meat. When you get steak the way you like it, you see what temperature it was at. Then you program the fork to always remember that temperature.
Wow.
And it has 9 memory positions in it. So whenever you cook meat, you know you can put it on the back. You can write down Mom and what temperature she likes her steak done at.
And you know what else? It looks fairly dangerous too.
Well, it has a little cover for the fork. Okay,
Scare
digital
somebody.
fork. It's about $25. That's available now. This is really neat. This is remote check. Your barbecue is out in the yard, and you want to know what the temperature is. Put the probe in the barbecue. About 100 feet away, you're sitting watching television, and you can read what the temperature of the probes are.
Okay, you're one lazy butt if you're using that.
I'm not lazy. I'm a reporter. I'm reporting, okay? That guy's about $90, and it broadcasts 100 feet from wherever the probes are.
Get up, put down the beer, go check it out.
Too much technology. For $10, you can get Perfect Grill. I don't know if this water's hot enough, but when you stick Perfect Grill in, it'll turn a color for medium or rare. And there's different Perfect Grills depending on what you want to do.
That's great.
This is HP bundles. Bundles. They're fleece wrap. And you know what's neat about that? We have this ice water here, and there's no condensation on the counter at all.
Oh, yeah.
And there's a little handle there, okay?
I like
and
that.
Put it on one side, right hand, put it on the other side, it's left hand. They make one for wine bottles.
Okay.
Anywhere from $5 to $21.
These I'm already
Tuits.
taking. I love these.
She loves Tuits. What you do is you write your name down, and then the person clicks it onto the glass.
It's like name tags for wine glasses.
For wine glasses.
These are
And
just so great.
About $5 for the little pack, so you know what wine glass is yours. And the final thing is called Chop Chop. It's a flexible cutting board, so when you're done cutting up and chopping your stuff, you just get it, and you can slide it directly into your cooking. And there are 4 different Chop Chops, and they run anywhere from $2 to $10. They're available now, and Tuits are shipping now also.
Anything too big that you couldn't bring to us, which was really exciting at the show?
Well, you know, I tell you what's coming way down the line, into next year, I'll tell you. It's a whole new line of appliances from Sunbeam. When you have to get up an hour earlier, your clock tells your coffee maker to make coffee an hour earlier.
Wow.
It uses house wiring to, it's called Thinking and Linking Appliances. But we'll do a spot on them closer to when they come out.
Thinking appliances.
Right, and when your alarm clock goes off, it shuts your electric blanket. So, neat stuff. Okay.
Can't wait to see you next
You're
time.
going to cook me a meal now, right?
You got it.
Let's plug everything in and get a knife and fork.
All right, sit down. Hit it to the table. Good to see you today.
Thanks. Okay, bye.
You're watching World News Now.
This is my final plea. I am a gecko, not to be confused with Geico, which could save you hundreds on car insurance. So stop calling me.
Geico. A 15-minute call could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
I didn't want mail.
You don't have to sacrifice service to save money. Geico. A 15-minute call could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
You're on Love Matters. When love matters, I'm here to help. Dave?
Yeah, I'm having this problem with my girlfriend. It's kind of involved.
Diarrhea. Get it, and you want it gone.
You're a really good listener, you know.
He needs
I really
Imodium AD.
appreciate-
Imodium Advanced. It's even better.
Only Imodium Advanced relieves diarrhea plus cramps and bloating by combining 2 medicines, and it's even faster than Imodium AD.
So was I right to invite my mom along on my honeymoon?
Oh, Dave, absolutely.
Imodium Advanced. Faster relief you can count on.
It was such a hard decision to go back to work after Sarah was born. She was this little tiny thing, but I was really lucky I could bring her to my mother who could take care of her during the day. Sarah's buddies are Bessie the cow and lots of chickens. Now, I'm never quite sure what ends up all over her clothes.
Tide with bleach cleans so well, it's the only detergent that kills 99.9% of bacteria, including E. coli and salmonella.
I figured one day she'd want a kitten or a puppy, but at this rate, I think we're going to end up with livestock.
Feminine itching, painful irritation. Now there's Vagisil Cream with skin-soothing vitamins E, A, and D. Vagisil stops itching fast, and the relief lasts. Vagisil, a better understanding of better intimate care.
When water attacks, it can transform your beautiful deck into a danger zone. Boards warp and crack, weakening your deck. But Thompson's gives you the highest level of water protection available to protect your deck like no other. Thompson's. It never takes a day off, guaranteed.
There's a new way to quit smoking. Take a good look. You may never see it again. Introducing Clear Nicoderm CQ. For relieving tough nicotine cravings 24 hours a day, Clear's every bit as effective as the original CQ. But it's a more private way to quit.
There's something different about you.
Yes, there is. Clear Nicoderm CQ. Want a clear shot at quitting? Well, here's your window of opportunity.
The rugged Montana from Pontiac. It's nimble enough to tame the dusty trail. Pretty handy for life's twists and turns.
Never seen a minivan do that before. Maybe it's not really a minivan.
Life is more exciting in Montana. Now rope a rugged Montana with this limited time offer. By Pontiac.
As we've been discussing this morning, ABC is back on Time Warner cable systems. Rumor has it that Time Warner agreed to this interim deal with Disney after being inundated with angry viewer calls demanding the return of Declan Curry. Declan, good to have you back.
A very good morning. Unfortunately, Time Warner is going to be inundated with calls now saying, put back Daffy Duck. But never mind.
Well, I'm sure that won't happen. Let me ask you about this big deal between the stock exchanges on your side of the pond, London and Germany. What's going on?
Indeed, this is fresh news. This is news that was announced not very long ago, and what is happening is that the London stock market is merging with the German stock market. It used to be this is something the companies just did, but now the exchanges themselves are doing it too. It creates a single share dealing floor for all company shares in the United Kingdom and in Germany. There's also a tie-up with the Nasdaq, where you are. We don't quite know what the details of that are. We'll get those later today, we understand. But what seems to be happening is that the Nasdaq will work with the new London Frankfurt market to create a new tech market for Europe's high-tech shares as well. And people are saying that this is all a snowballing towards, or rolling towards a single European stock market covering the whole continent of Europe. And when we look back in history, we'll say it was born today.
Interesting. We in the United States, the markets here are bracing for an interest rate hike, probably coming in about 2 weeks from the Fed. Australia already has one, right?
They've had one, the fourth one in 6 weeks from memory. It's all about, I'm sure you're familiar with the phrase, keeping up with the Joneses. This is the Australians making sure that the Australian dollar keeps up with its wealthier, fitter, faster cousin, the American dollar. And the plan was that you put up Australian interest rates today, it'll boost the dollar a bit, it'll keep the lid on the Australian economy, which is showing some signs of excessive perkiness. Hasn't worked though. The Australian dollar's gone down again since the interest rate rise, so it's not keeping pace with the US dollar. Central bankers, they say, they're more worried about the Australian economy and keeping the lid on that for the meantime.
Declan Curry from the BBC, we thank you very much.
Pleasure.
And that's the news for this half hour.
I'm so glad all those people called to see Declan so we get back on the air.
I know, it's good to see that guy again.
Coming up, more news from ABC.
We combine power and intelligence and created a way to clean your pipes like they've never been cleaned before. Liquid Plumber Foaming Pipe Snake Clog Remover.
My future in-laws arrive at 8 o'clock whether I get rid of this headache or not. So I took something stronger, something faster. I took Advil liquid gels. They're stronger and faster on tough pain than extra-strength Tylenol, which makes sense. Advil liquid gels are the only pain reliever with liquid inside. Nobody else has that. Nobody. So when you want something that's faster on tough headaches than Tylenol, take Advil liquid gels. Pain relief that's stronger and faster.
What's my secret fantasy? The object of my desire. It's deep, dark, and very chocolate. It's a luscious brownie. So rich. I could make a meal of it.
Slim Fast Meal on the Go bars unwraps rich chocolate brownie. Indulge in its intense sensation. So good for you. A satisfying way to help you lose weight and feel great. Slim Fast Meal on the Go bars.
Take your fantasies anywhere.
Here comes that heartburn again. It happens time after time. You've changed your diet, you've tried to treat it, but the pain keeps coming back 2 or more days a week. That frequent, persistent heartburn may be due to acid reflux disease, potentially serious. It's Prilosec time. Time to see your doctor about America's most prescribed acid control medicine. Your results may vary, but for many people, 1 daily dose of Prilosec provides 24 hours of complete heartburn relief. Ask your doctor for more information about Prilosec and if it's right for you. The most common side effects are headache, diarrhea, and abdominal pain. 24 hours of complete heartburn relief is possible with the purple pill they call Prilosec.
Rob Hanrahan, ABC 7 on Witness News.
This is Wednesday, May 3rd. In the news this morning, the Pan Am 103 bombing suspects go on trial for murder. A sheriff's report raises questions about police actions during the Columbine massacre. And Chicago Cubs pitcher Kerry Wood returns to the majors as a two-way threat.
From ABC News, this is World News This Morning. Now from our world headquarters in New York, here's Dan Harris sitting in for Anderson Cooper.
Good morning. It's a murder trial that promises to be both lengthy and emotional. 2 Libyans go on trial in the Netherlands this morning. They're accused of masterminding the plot to bomb Pan Am Flight 103. The disaster took place over Lockerbie, Scotland more than 11 years ago and prompted the largest international murder probe ever. Here's Joshua Rosenberg of the BBC.
Arriving at the first Scottish court ever to sit abroad, American relatives of those who died on Flight 103. The trial is being held on a converted airbase 8 miles from Utrecht. For the families who've just arrived, it was a journey of remembrance.
This is my daughter. This is Theo Cohen. She was 20 years old when she was blown up over Lockerbie, Scotland, over 11 years ago. And that's the reason I'm here.
The men accused of murdering Theodora Cohen and 269 other people were brought to the Scottish court under cover of darkness in April of last year. Abdul Basit al-Megrahi on the left is said to have been head of security at Libyan Arab Airlines. Alamin Khalifa Fahima is said to have been the airline's manager in Malta. This terminal, now a freight depot, is where the prosecution allege that the 2 men put a bomb concealed in a radio cassette recorder into a suitcase packed with clothing. They're said to have put the suitcase on board an Air Malta flight bound for Frankfurt. Luggage tags showed its final destination as John F. Kennedy Airport, New York. But their plan was that the suitcase and all those on board Pan Am Flight 103 would never arrive. The 2 accused men deny killing the 243 passengers, the 16 crew members, and the 11 men, women and children who lived at Sherwood Crescent in Lockerbie. Joshua Rosenberg, BBC News for ABC News at Camp Zeist in the Netherlands.
In other news, ABC News has learned that a sheriff's report being prepared on the Columbine High School massacre shows the students killed in the library were dead by the time police arrived. As ABC's Tom Foreman notes, this information could be used in court.
ABC News has learned that the sheriff's reconstruction of the shootings begins with the killer's first shots outside the school at 11:19. Just 6 minutes later, teacher Patty Nielsen makes this frantic call from the library.
I've got every student in this library on the phone,
there any way you can lock the doors? Smoke is coming in from out there, and I'm a little bit. The gun is right outside the library door, okay? I don't think I'm going to go out there, okay?
Police can clearly hear gunfire over Nielsen's phone. They tell her and her students to stay put.
We have paramedics, we have fire, and we have police en route.
But it is the gunmen who arrive in the library first, just 4 minutes after that call began. They order the students who are hiding to get up. Over the next 7 minutes, the sheriff's draft report indicates the killers shoot 22 people. By the time the first SWAT team reaches the library, more than 3 hours later, 10 students have died.
Shots in the building.
Sheriff's deputies say the situation was so dangerous and confused they had to proceed cautiously. But the family's lawyers point out hundreds of students who either did not hear or listen to police commands ran safely away. And most of those who died did so while doing what officers told them to do. Tom Foreman, ABC News, Littleton.
In Texas, tornado season is now in full swing. A funnel cloud was sighted near Fort Worth, and several twisters touched down in the southern part of the state yesterday. At least one house and 24 mobile homes were damaged, and South Padre Island lost electricity. Let's check the forecast now. It'll be a wet day in the south central states, including some thunderstorms in Texas, so no rest for the people there. Scattered showers in the northwest and southeast. Temperatures in the 70s and 80s for most of the country, hotter in the southwest, cooler in the northern corners. That's the national outlook. Here's the weather where you are.
This morning's weather brought to you by Ethan Allen. Stay with us for business news coming up next.
I was just expecting to pay off some credit card bills. All of a sudden, I'm being asked what my goals and dreams are.
If you're a homeowner and you call 1-800-CHAMPION for our Pay Down Your Debt program, we're going to show you some possibilities.
I was given this plan that shows me which bills to pay off with the most savings, how I can use the extra savings to buy a new car, renovate my kitchen, pay off my home sooner.
We call it our Possibilities Profile.
It's impressive.
Shouldn't you know all your possibilities? When your bank says no, Champion says yes.
At Foxy Lettuce, we get a lot of letters from fans of our free-range approach to growing lettuce. For instance, Danielle writes here, I talk to my plants and consider them to be my friends. Does that make me crazy?
Hi, lettuce, good morning. Way to be crisp, looking good out there. Our Row of the Week award goes to Row 7 for their creative use of foliage. And we have a nice breeze out of the southwest today.
Breezy?
72 degrees.
I don't think so.
Feel that breeze on your face? That's freedom.
Elizabeth Machado said, goodbye acne.
Thank you, Dr. Zismore.
Bernice Palmer said, no more dark spots.
Thanks, Dr. Zismore.
Now you can have beautiful, clear skin. I'm Dr. Zismore, and I can help you look your best. My office provides great skin care at a fair price. Call me for an appointment at 212-594-SKIN, and you can start on the road to beautiful, clear skin now.
Joan Getz said, hello, beautiful, clear skin.
Thank you, Dr. Zismore.
Call 212-594-SKIN for an appointment.
Buy Factory Direct. The jewelry source in Fort Lee has a complete factory in full view and guarantees their jewelry to be the lowest price. Compare Tiffany's 1-carat invisible bands for over $5,000 with the jewelry source's GVS quality for $1,600. 1-carat pendants are $249, 2-carat tennis bracelets $349, and 1-carat studs $399. We carry hundreds of rings, bracelets, earrings, and pendants. Our prices are so low that we guarantee all our jewelry to appraise for at least double. The jewelry source in Fort Lee.
This morning, Cindy Crawford gets a house call from our house doctor. He's baby-proofing her home. And Jack Ford goes under the laser for eye surgery, live on Good Morning America.
Hey, welcome back. Two of Europe's biggest stock markets are now joining forces. The London Stock Exchange and Germany's Frankfurt Exchange say they're merging their share trading operations. Under this agreement, each exchange would own 50% of the new entity, which will be called IX for international exchanges. And the IX is forming a joint venture for European trading with the U.S. NASDAQ market. On the London market this morning, the FTSE was lower in early trading. The Tokyo market is closed for holidays for the rest of the week. Wall Street starts this day with the Dow Jones Industrials at 10,731 after losing 80 points yesterday, and the Nasdaq tumbled 172 points yesterday. Despite some recent declines, many investors have fared rather well in the stock markets of late. But what about investing in municipal bonds, muni bonds? Joining us now, Ebby Jerry, Senior Vice President of Tax-Free Investments at Payne Weber. Good morning.
Good morning, Dan.
Thanks for getting up early for us.
Thank you.
Describe, if you would, in English, what is a muni bond?
Municipal bond is a bond that is issued by either a state or municipality in this country, such as the state of New York or the city of New York, where they are borrowing money in the public markets. And what they do is they offer investors income that is exempt from taxes.
So that's the real, this is the beauty of a muni bond.
You got it.
You're helping the city of New York, say, build something like a bridge, and you get it's a tax-free investment.
Investment for the individual, that's correct.
We've seen a lot of volatility on Wall Street of late, and a lot of people are getting scared. I imagine that you're taking advantage of this volatility to say, hey, come over to, come to my area here, muni bonds.
Absolutely. You nailed the point that a lot of people are looking at. Why should I go into a municipal bond as they look at what type of levels or returns they can get? But with a tax-exempt income currently receiving 5.5 to 5.75% on a portfolio, that equates to almost 10% to a top taxpayer of a taxable equivalent return, which over a long-term period is a pretty good return that a lot of individuals are looking for. But the key point is the diversifying factor that it gives to an overall portfolio that lowers risk.
I was going to say, because 10%, we're spoiled investors now, and I had some funds last year that were up 100%.
Right.
So 10% doesn't seem too exciting.
It doesn't seem too exciting like a year like 1999 when the NASDAQ was up 86%, but you start looking at years like this year, and you just mentioned the NASDAQ tumbled 172. That's the type of volatility or changes in the market that it spooks a lot of investors and say, well, I've made a lot of money, and you've seen a lot of people turn as they go from wealth accumulation to wealth preservation.
So who should be looking at this?
Clients and individuals who are in the higher tax brackets, really 31% or higher, that want to diversify their portfolios and maybe have a little bit too much equities and are a little concerned or nervous because of what has transpired during the first quarter or first 4 months of 2000 and are not really comfortable seeing the volatility that they've seen either the NASDAQ or the S&P. It's a good way to diversify and still get solid returns, but with much, much less volatility.
Is this happening on a grand scale? Are a lot of people going into muni bonds?
We've seen a lot of flows with individuals like this who got spoiled, as you mentioned, who thought that returns could stay at 20 to 30% per annum and are learning, no, there can be some negative returns. How do I mitigate maybe those types of negative returns by adding 10 to 20% of their portfolio, putting them into muni bonds?
Can you buy these on the internet?
You can. I would be very cautious doing that. There is some complexities in this market that a lot of people don't really understand. So bottom line of this, I would get help either from a financial advisor or a consultant and looking to go through, put it within your long-term game plan. Just don't buy muni bonds haphazardly. Yep. But you can buy them through the internet.
With all due respect, that sort of cuts you out if people go on E-Trade or whatever it is.
Parts of it, but I'm a believer in the market, not so much. There are many different products, Dan, out there, and you work with a consultant or a financial advisor to determine which is the best product for that specific individual.
Quickly, municipal bonds, they differ from state to state.
Absolutely. I mentioned New York, New York City, and New York State. Residents who reside in New York have a preference for New York bonds because not only is the income exempt at the federal level, it's also exempt at the state level. So myself, who's a resident of Connecticut, would have a preference for Connecticut securities, and they're obviously very different state credits and how different they are. And this now I'm getting into the complexities and the differences where there is clients are going to need and individuals are going to need some help in looking at them.
Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you, Dan.
Getting up early, we appreciate it. That's Ebby Jerry, Senior Vice President of Tax-Free Investments at Payne Weber. The Commerce Department has released its forecast of this year's industrial winners and losers. It says companies making semiconductors and related equipment for computers, along with makers of telephone equipment, can expect a big year. Industry having a rough time include aircraft manufacturing and makers of women's handbags. Coming up, a cure for one little girl with a rare blood disease. You're watching ABC's World News this morning.
This portion of the news brought to you by American Express. World News this morning will continue in a moment.
When people have a beef,
They turn to the best team in town. Eyewitness News' Tabby Phillips and Carla Winfrey. Two can fight your battle better than one.
You can run, but you can't hide.
When a problem needs fixing, 7 on Your Side has the solution. Only on ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Buy Factory Direct. The jewelry source in Fort Lee has a complete factory in full view and guarantees their jewelry to be the lowest price. Compare Tiffany's 1-carat invisible bands for over $5,000 with the jewelry source's GVS quality for $1,600. 1-carat pendants are $249, 2-carat tennis bracelets $349, and 1-carat studs $399. We carry hundreds of rings, bracelets, earrings, and pendants. Our prices are so low that we guarantee all our jewelry to appraise for at least double. The Jewelry Source in Fort Lee.
I haven't heard people laughing as loudly and having as much fun in years.
I can do bad all by myself. Held over May 2nd through May 14th at the Beacon Theater, Mother's Day.
I have an idea. That is $1 million
idea. I just got a great idea. Shh. Don't tell me. Tell the Invention Idea Company. Ideas can make money, and the Invention Idea Company can show you how to turn your dream into reality, how to patent the idea, submit it to industry, and market it on the way to success. Call for your free invention kit now. 1-888-430-IDEA. That's 1-888-430-IDEA. The Invention Idea Company. Your first step to success.
Are credit card bills dragging you down? With today's interest rates between 18 to 24%, the average credit card balance of $5,000 can take 15 years to pay off, plus cost you over $15,000 in interest. What can you do about it? Call now for a free debt consolidation quote. We may be able to save you thousands of dollars in interest, plus help lower your monthly payment. And you do not have to be a homeowner or have good credit to qualify. Call now, 1-800-267-8939. That's 1-800-267-8939.
Good morning, I'm Dan Harris in New York. These are the headlines at this hour from ABC News. The trial stemming from the 1988 bombing of Pan Am Flight 103 begins in the Netherlands. 2 Libyan men are being tried under Scottish law. More than 3.5 million cable viewers in 7 cities can watch ABC again, thanks to a temporary agreement between Time Warner Cable and Disney. And ABC News has learned that a sheriff's timeline of events in the Columbine High School attack shows 11 people were already dead in the school before a SWAT team arrived. Protesters on the Puerto Rican island of Vieques are awaiting what now seems inevitable, a raid by federal authorities. The demonstrators have promised not to resist, but they remain firm in their opposition. Here's ABC's Barbara Starr.
Sources tell ABC News that nearly 400 law enforcement officials are set to move in and begin removing the protesters from Vieques Island. The operation could begin within the next 24 hours. FBI and U.S. Marshals are going to land in 3 areas: the main gate, the beach, and the firing range. At this point, no violence is expected, but perhaps the most sensitive issue is a small church that the protesters have built on the island. That church is going to be destroyed by the law enforcement and military officials, along with all the other structures built by the protesters. But in the case of the church, a Navy chaplain will be standing by to ensure the dignity of the religious objects is preserved. Once the protesters are removed, nearly 1,000 Marines will move in. Their job will be to reestablish security around the firing range to keep protesters from coming back onto the range. Once that security is ensured, then the Navy says it could begin using the firing range again as soon as a week from now. Barbara Starr, ABC News, The Pentagon.
On a related note, a top military official says the Air Force's readiness is at its lowest level in 15 years. According to an unidentified official quoted by the Associated Press, only 65% of units met combat readiness requirements in December and January. The rating is based on whether units have the necessary personnel, equipment, and training. Now we head to Oakland, California, where a 3-year-old girl has just become the second child ever to be cured of a rare blood disease, which prevents the body from producing healthy red blood cells. Doctors say this genetic disorder usually kills fetuses before they're born.
We're calling her a miracle child because she made it to birth, and then when she was born, was recognized as having a problem and underwent treatment that saved her life.
Justine Chitsena was cured with a bone marrow transplant from her 4-year-old sister. Doctors at Children's Hospital in Oakland say the transplant technology should work for other children with this disease. We take a look now at some of the events making news in the day ahead. Tamarla Owens, the mother of the boy accused of killing a 6-year-old classmate, is expected to admit that she neglected her children. This plea bargain in Flint, Michigan is a first step toward regaining her children. Memorials are scheduled throughout Oklahoma to honor the 44 people killed by tornadoes 1 year ago today. Commerce Secretary William Daley goes to Capitol Hill to announce a plan for enforcing a proposed trade pact with China. And General Wesley Clark is in Brussels for a ceremony marking the end of his tenure as head of U.S. and NATO forces in Europe. Stay with us. Sports coming up. This is ABC's World News This Morning.
Also coming up, a last look at weather and more news when we come back on this Wednesday morning.
There's a new way to quit smoking. Take a good look. You may never see it again. Introducing Clear Nicoderm CQ. For relieving tough nicotine cravings 24 hours a day, Clear's every bit as effective as the original CQ. But it's a more private way to quit.
There's something different about you.
Yes, there is. Clear Nicoderm CQ. Want a clear shot at quitting? Well, here's your window of opportunity.
Mom, it's ready.
Sinus suffering. It starts with a first sign, but your symptoms can worsen as the day goes on. So stop the escalation of sinus symptoms. Take Sudafed 12-Hour at the first sign. Non-drowsy Sudafed 12-Hour releases sinus pressure and keeps it from coming back for a full 12 hours.
Now the first sign of pressure is my last. All day.
Take Sudafed 12-Hour at the first sign.
The sleek, new 200 horsepower Chevy Monte Carlo SS. Hot. The side you show the world is up to you. Monte Carlo will be there.
Welcome back. Yesterday was a bright, shining day for the Phoenix Suns. Here's ESPN with a look at sports.
Hello and welcome to ESPN News. I'm J.W. Stewart. Full slate of Major League Baseball, but an even bigger night in the NBA. The defending champion San Antonio Spurs faced elimination Tuesday night and were still without Tim Duncan, while the Suns were shining a little brighter thanks to the return of their point guard. Jason Kidd back from the broken ankle. Back in action for the Suns. Tim Duncan still on the bench with that bum knee. First quarter Suns on the run. Jason Kidd, he's alley. Penny Hardaway, he's oop. Suns up 1 in the early going. Fourth quarter now. Kidd, the bounce pass to Hardaway. Goodbye, throw it in. Suns win it 89-78. The Suns advance to the second round for the first time in 5 years. Penny Hardaway, Rodney Rogers, 23 points apiece. They will face the winner of the Lakers-Kings series. Those two also played on Tuesday. The Kings looking to stay alive against the Lakers. Second quarter, 6 seconds left. Kings up 9. Chris Webber in the post, hits the hook shot over A.C. Green. Kings up 56-45 at recess. Fourth quarter, Kings up 87-78 and getting fancy. Webber the steal. And gets it back for the Jam Kings, remaining in control. Later in the fourth, they're up 8. Weber behind the back again to Vlade Divac with a one-handed flush. Kings win it 101-88. The series now even at 2 games apiece. Game 5 is Friday in L.A. Chris Webber had 23 points, 13 rebounds, 8 assists, and 7 blocks. The Blazers eliminated the T-Wolves with an 85-77 win in Minnesota. Rasheed Wallace and Arvydas Sabonis each scored 15 points. Portland plays the winner of the Jazz-Sonics series. Game 4 of that series is tonight in Seattle. Kerry Wood pitched a Major League Baseball game for the first time in a year and a half. Top of the second, no score. Wood facing Richard Hidalgo. Hits a short fly ball to right field. Sammy Sosa coming on. Go! Makes a great diving catch. Still in the second. Wood pitched a good game, only giving up 3 hits and no runs in 6 innings. Getting the strikeout there, and bottom 2, even helping his own cause. His first at-bat into the stratosphere. Third homer of his career. Puts the Cubs up 4-0. They go on to win it 11-1. Kerry Wood struck out 4, allowing only 1 run in 6 innings. Also winning on Tuesday night, the Pirates over the Cards despite Mark McGwire's 9th home run. And the Braves won their 15th game in a row thanks to a 2-run single by Andrew Jones in the 8th. The Orioles scored 2 in the bottom of the 9th to come back and beat the Angels. The Tigers won in 12 over the Red Sox 7-6. Andy Pettitte notched his first win of the season as the Yankees beat the Indians for the 2nd straight night. And the Royals scored 3 in the bottom of the 10th to top the A's. In the NHL, rookie defenseman Andy Delmore scored 11 minutes into overtime to give the Flyers a 4-3 win in Pittsburgh to cut the Penguins' lead in the series to 2-1. Game 4 is Thursday in Pittsburgh. The road team has won the first 3 games in this series. After being shut out in the first 2 games of the series, the Sharks finally put the puck in the net against Ed Belfour with goals from Owen Nolan and Mike Ricci. Game 4 is Friday night in San Jose. Stars lead that series 2-1. That's all from ESPN News. Thanks for joining us. I'm J.W. Stewart. Now back to World News This Morning.
Thank you. We have one more sports note. A first in the world of horse racing. Jockey Julie Crone has become the first woman elected to the Thoroughbred Racing Hall of Fame. Crone was the only woman ever to win a Triple Crown race, just one of her more than 3,500 victories. She'll be inducted in August. More news coming up. This is ABC's World News This Morning.
This morning's sports brought to you by Flovent. More news in a moment.
Is your asthma really under control?
Yeah. But sometimes I wheeze.
Ever wake up short of breath?
I do.
Use your fast-acting inhaler more than twice a week.
I use mine every day.
If that's what you call control, ask your doctor if prescription Flovent is right for you. Flovent twice a day helps control the inflammation that can cause asthma symptoms in the first place and helps improve lung function. Flovent won't replace fast-acting inhalers for sudden attacks. People switching from an oral steroid like prednisone to Flovent, an inhaled steroid, need to be especially careful. While adjusting to the switch, your body is not as able to heal after surgery, infection, or serious injury. See your doctor if your asthma does not improve.
Now this is control.
Flovent, helping you define asthma control.
This Mother's Day, give Mom diamonds from Kay Jewelers. Kay travels the world hand-selecting only the best diamonds for her, like Kay Jewelers diamond bracelets starting from $99.95. With diamonds from Kay Jewelers, you will make Mom very happy.
Right now, you can get a complete pair of prescription sunglasses for only $99.
Wearing sunglasses can actually help protect your sight.
Get them from Lens Crafters or get them from someone else.
The Lens Crafters $99 prescription sunglass sale. Hurry, offer ends soon.
If it ain't eggs, it ain't breakfast. I love eggs.
Did you know eggs are a good, inexpensive source of high-quality protein?
The incredible edible egg. I love eggs.
You are what you eat. You are what you eat. Fresh, flashy, tasty, refreshing, natural.
Introducing Hellmann's Citrus Splash. 5 tasty new vinaigrettes. They're the only salad dressings made with real Florida citrus. New Hellmann's Citrus Splash. Because you are what you eat. Pour on the Hellmann's, bring out the best.
Now World News This Morning continues. Once again, here's Dan Harris sitting in for Anderson Cooper.
And finally this half hour, 3 scientists are traveling to the East Coast this weekend to see if there might be trouble brewing under the water. They believe cracks at the bottom of the ocean might be a warning of a giant and deadly tidal wave known as a tsunami. Here's ABC's Ned Potter.
The Chesapeake Bay, the Outer Banks of North Carolina, these are some of America's famed vacation areas. But now, 100 miles offshore and 600 feet underwater, scientists have made an unsettling discovery. What they found from sonar data was this: giant cracks in the ocean floor. Unsettling because if one of them were to give way and start a landslide, the result could be a tsunami.
All we know is that these features are very curious, and we need to understand whether they do present a risk to the populated region of the adjacent coast.
A tsunami can begin if a landslide or earthquake happens on the sea floor. The force of that sends a giant bulge of water all the way to the ocean surface, hundreds of feet above, causing a giant ripple effect that can spread across the ocean, sometimes at hundreds of miles an hour. If you were on a ship on the open ocean, you might not even feel the waves. They're surprisingly small as they race by underneath you. But as they get into the shallow water near land, they are slowed dramatically